じたら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま封じた記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られたスターに君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命にコードが刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right, boys. Holy shit, it's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, man. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Listen, it's Friday, all right? It's Friday. This is the best day of the week, all right? It's literally the best day of the week. There's not a single person that dislikes Friday in this chat, in the world, in the universe. Friday is the universal best day ever. So make sure you guys are in here right now, hugging it out to the best of your ability. Do not avoid it. I need a mint. Brother, I'm a void being. We don't have breath. All right. Get in here. Come on, let's go. It's Friday. Hug it out. We got to hug it out. Stop running away, Mr. Melancholy. Stop running away. Everybody grab Mr. Melancholy right now. Drag him by his cankles into the circle and listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the fucking stream, boys.
At Debo_0110 celebrates 16 months of membership.
Uh-oh.
My bad for stealing your chain from Blackstreet.
Oh my god. Debo stole my fucking chain, boys. He stole my chain. He gifted a membership over at New Black Street, and he sniped me. So that's why I don't have a chain. You see my chain? My chain is gone. I don't have a chain, you see? It's because Debo fucking snatched it, bro. He snatched it. It's crazy, man. Can't trust black people. Boys, if you're watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Like the stream. And if you guys are watching anywhere else right now, that's impossible, and you're probably celebrating Juneteenth.
You are gay!
You know it's true. You know it's true. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check. Titty check. Balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today, ladies and gentlemen? We got a lot that we're checking, boys. We got... Holy shit. Holy shit. Boys. 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 We got snipers in the chat right now. Ahmad. Ahmad. Holy shit. Ahmad just dropped a 50 membership hyper giga banger.
We have ourselves a red boy. Hyper banger!
It's not even the train yet.
Just be glad that people _011 as feels cherries, not
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Holy shit, man. Ahmad, that's insane, bro. Out of nowhere, literally. I couldn't ignore it. I could not ignore it. People are like, hey, some people that try to like they dodged it. Clips like I dodged it. Strikers like I got a dodge stat. Yeah, okay. Okay, guys. Wow. What a way to start the stream. That's insane. I appreciate that, man. Holy fuck. Let me know what clips you want, and then we'll play them. Guys, we're just going to skip the mic check, man. ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded, man. Like the stream. Guys, listen, man. No waifu battle today. None of that stuff. We're just hanging out. We're going to be going through topics. We're going to be watching videos. We got a lot of things planned for today. There's no tournament. I saw somebody say that they're here for the tournament chaos. There is no tournament battles on Fridays. We skip it on Fridays, and we're just going to hang out today and do our thing. So I greatly appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. That is wild. And let's do the Big Army roll call, man. Let's see who is in this chat right now, hanging out on this beautiful, glorious, gorgeous Friday. It is a gorgeous Friday. All right, gorgeous Friday. What do we got, man? Let's see. We got. Oh shit, it's gonna be hard. I gotta scroll up. No, I gotta scroll down. I mean, because of the 50 memberships. Hold on, the names are getting spammed. We got Mornblade in the chat. What's going on, man? Shout out to Mornblade. We got Taffy in the chat. We got Hanny in the chat. We got Secret Final Boss in the chat as well. We got Ahmad in the chat dropping bombs like an absolute fucking boss, man. I appreciate that. That's crazy, bro. I still can't. What a way to start the stream. Holy shit. We got Handy in the chat. What's going on, Handy? We got Gaming Wolf 87, Dade 404. We got Christopher Lloyd, the fourth wall guy, is here as well. We got Taffy in the chat. Black Tailgates in the chat. What's going on, man? Ron DFK. We're going to get to you, sir. We're going to get to you, sir, in your gifted game in a second. We're going to get to that. We got Kagwana in the chat. What's going on, Kagwana? How you doing? We got Daniel Barris Sports Highlights in the chat. Monkey Man 04 is here.
I am celebrating. Working and good as new 49-year-old vacuum cleaner. White tick mark emoji. White tick mark emoji. White tick mark emoji. Check IT.
Why is it called that? Yo, shout out to
Saw a funny game on Steam and decided to gift it to you, haha.
What?
It won't show up for at least another hour or so as I'm working, so I scheduled it last night.
Oh no, Speedy Cake's gonna felt us in about an hour.
Obsidian SUED. Final Fantasy Cope happening. Steam controller delay, Scampus, and Chewy possible appearance. Will Hypno accept Mondays? Find out on Hypnocast tonight.
The narrator has spoken. I like how DJ Kotick has taken it upon himself to become the Hypnocast narrator every single night, bro. That's hilarious. Shout out to DJ Kotick. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. Speedy Cake, thank you for the 20. I will look for the notification. Hopefully I get it. If I don't get the notification, then just remind me and I'll check. And Chaotic Holy, congrats on your vacuum cleaner. Congrats. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. Who else is here, man? Let's check the chat. Who do we got? We got Great Ape in the chat. What's going on, Great Ape? How you doing, man? We got Chaotic Holy again. Striker, thank you again. We got Mr. Melancholy, Christopher Lloyd. We got Timebound Howler. He says, I never get memberships like ever. Oh, man. Whoever snipes Timebound Howler will go down in legend as the one who got him. We got, let me scroll down. Antran's in the chat. What's going on, Antran? How you doing? We got Pemby in the chat. What's going on? We got Panthera says, woo, I missed all the hugs. No, you didn't. We're going to get you. Don't worry. Dark Tadave is in the chat. What's going on, Dark Tadave? We got, let me scroll down. Too Cool Curry's in the chat. We got D Draconic in the chat. Matthew saying, hello, Prees is in the chat. We got Yo Miser. Yo Miser. What's going on, Yo Miser? How you doing? We got Blue Octopus screaming at the top of her lungs. What's going on, Blue? All right, 4 more people, and then we're gonna get on with the show, man.
Saint Hugo 42 celebrates 24 months of membership.
Holy shit.
Hey, I'm new here, so we talking games. I'm somewhat of a bingo player myself. Hey, I'm new here.
That's accurate. That is so accurate. Fucking hell, man. The TTS nailed it on that one. They nailed it on that one. The stroke at the end was genius. It was genius. Boys, 4 more people. Let's call out some Rumble folks, man. We got... What the fuck was that? Bro, why are you so aggressive today? Why are you so aggressive today? Holy shit, he's never sounded like that before. What do you got, diarrhea? Jesus. Guys, we got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Life Ferret over on Rumble. We got Kurakami over on Rumble. What's going on, dude? We got Diet Spam over on Rumble. We got Denarier over on Rumble as well. We got, let me scroll down. Let's see. Roz is over there on Rumble. We got Genetic Spore over there on Rumble. And last but not least, we got, let's see, DeVeo over on Rumble as well. What's going on, DeVeo? How you doing? All right, boys, listen. Let us sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. It's a Friday. That means that the final call-out money shot is the largest it's ever going to be throughout the week. Who is going to get the final call-out money shot? Who is it going to be? Let's see. Let's scroll down. Oh, my God. I'm about to skip. And just do it on Chewy. I'm not even lying. I'm about to skip and just do it. You know what? Fuck it, Chewy. Fuck you, man.
What the?
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. All right. He gets it. He absolutely gets it. Boys, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right. Listen up. Again, no waifu battle today. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit, talking video games as we always do. Guys, we got to cover a couple of things today. All right. We got to cover an apparent class action lawsuit that is being made against Obsidian Entertainment at probably one of the worst times for an Xbox studio to get a lawsuit, but apparently it's happening. They are having a class action lawsuit against them over allegations of supposedly systemic pattern of wage and hour violations, which of course the company denies. But we're going to go over all of that and discuss it because it's interesting. I find it to be curious and interesting timing. We're also going to check out a video that was made by Laura Fryer. This particular video she just dropped, I think, yesterday or even today, maybe. And it's a video of her talking about the entire situation happening at Xbox and giving her opinions about why the hardware specifically is in real trouble. Now, the reason why I find this curious is because she has a lot of experience at Xbox. She was there during the first Xbox when it was being made, so she knows this company, she knows this brand, through and through. And I'm just curious to see what her thoughts are about everything going on with Xbox and all the potential studio shutdowns and nonsense happening. So we're going to go over that. We also got to go over Ace Combat. They released a brand new walkthrough trailer that I kind of want to check out and see. It's like a gameplay trailer. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's brand new. It might be a couple of weeks old, but I never saw it. And Ace Combat is a video game series that I'm very curious about checking out. I have never played an Ace Combat, and a lot of people keep telling me that I have to play them, and eventually I'm going to, and once I do, you will all know about it. But I still want to check out the gameplay. It's only about like 8 minutes long, give or take. Kind of want to see what it's about. Did I see the Hellraiser trailer? So the thing is, like, I want to react to the Hellraiser trailer. I do. But they age restricted that trailer, which means YouTube's no liking the trailer, and I don't want to risk the stream. So that's the reason why I'm not probably going to react to it. But again, I can't wait to play the game, though. I can't wait to play the game. Start with Ace Combat 3 if you have it. If not, then the one on Steam isn't too bad. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So we're going to check out the Ace Combat trailer. I definitely want to see what's going on with that. And we also got a very interesting topic that's happening right now over Final Fantasy VII Remake, or at least like the series around Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I don't watch Maximilian. I know of Maximilian, obviously, and there's a clip that's being shared right now on social media of him essentially saying that the majority of people love the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and that people are just hating on it to hate on it or something along those lines. And I know like he's really big into the Final Fantasy remakes. I know he loves them from my knowledge of him and the games and whatnot. But it's the way that he showcases or the way that he phrases it that we're gonna talk about, because he tends to leave out, usually these people that talk about the remakes, they tend to leave out really big pieces of information that kind of goes against the narrative, I guess you can say. So we're gonna talk about that and kind of discuss all the Final Fantasy cope, because there's a lot of that. I mean, I got like 2 or 3 other video games I want to check out as well, because it's interesting. Also, we're going to talk about this because we have to. Dave the Diver in the Jungle's cutscenes are even hornier than they were in the base game. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gaming journos, they never let me down. They never let me down, boys. They never let me down, I swear. The people who claim everybody else are gooners are the ones that are talking about how horny every single one of these games are. Anyway, we're going to talk about that and more. It's going to be a loaded stream today, boys. It's going to be a loaded stream. So you guys ready for that? Before we do this, though, even though we don't have a battle today, we do have the membership train, boys. No, it's not Kotaku. It's actually PC Gamer. Guys, we got to do a membership train. Can we do a membership train? Can we light it up on a Friday? Yesterday, almost nobody did the membership train because they were scared and they were saving money for the waifu battle. There's no waifu battle today, boys. Can we light this shit up green? Ahmad already did it. 50 memberships at the beginning. Guys, throw in some membership train emojis. Let's fucking go, man. Let's start off the night strong. It's a Friday. I'm here to have a great time. I know you guys are as well. Let's get it going.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we gotta catch up to Ahmad, bro. He left the train.
Membership.
He left the train. He left the train, boys. I don't know, Sig, though. I don't know. It's weird. St. Hugo with the membership over on YouTube. Thank you, St. Hugo. Ron DMK
celebrates 18 months of membership.
Thank you, Ron. Ahmad with the membership chat. Thank you, brother. Jason Alator, 5 memberships on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Holding it down. Membership train emoji. Let's go, boys. Black Tailgate with the membership. Thank you, sir. Deidre Connick with the membership as well. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Shouldn't you be cutting? Shouldn't you be in the shower? Shouldn't you be in the shower, you fuck? God damn it. Fucking Chewy, man. I swear to God, boys. Fantastic membership train, guys. Thank you so much for the insane support. I appreciate it. Rumble fell asleep, but that's okay because Denner Ryer dropped the membership at the beginning of the stream on Rumble. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Guys, let's go over pre-stream legends, and then we're going to get into the content, man. Let's go. We got Debo, 16 months, reminding me that he stole my chain. Still unbelievable. Can't believe he did that. But then again, it's Debo, so I can. And late plug of Buddy Waters said, just be glad Debo steals chains and not hearts. Yes. Yes, I agree. Thank you for the 2. Chaotic Holy with the 5. Congratulations on your vacuum cleaner. He said it's a family heirloom, apparently, which is cool. There you go. Thank you for the 5. Speedy Cake with the 20 as GLaDOS. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much for that. And I will check the gifted games soon. Dietrich Connick with the 10 as the narrator, as always. Thank you, my man. St. Hugo, 24 months of legendary status. That's amazing, brother. Congrats on the upgrade on the emoji. And Adair Soto with the 5 as Chewbacca, and then another 5 as Chewbacca. Apparently, he says, I am aggressive today because you didn't put no oil last night. What? I'm confused by that. St. Hugo with the membership. Ron DFK with the membership. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Ahmad, 18 months as the Bigot Army soldier. Insane. And then Jason Alator dropped a 5 membership banger during the trade.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Thank you so much, Jason Alator. I appreciate that, my man. Great Ape just dropped a unicorn in the chat, boys. Great Ape just dropped a unicorn in the chat. Jesus Christ, man. Black Tailgate with the membership. Thank you, sir. Dietrich Connick with the membership. I appreciate that. And Adair Soto with the 5 as Chewbacca yet again. I appreciate that, man. And then Denner Ryer dropped the membership over on Rumble right at the very beginning. I appreciate that. And then Gray the Merchant with the $1. Says, hey all. Got my controller. Got very lucky. Smooth and curvy. Hey, yo. The ergonomics. Wife tried it first. Overall, a great month. Tomorrow's the first birthday celebration without work in a long time. Let's fucking go, bro. Shout out Gray the Merchant. We're actually going to talk about the Steam controller today, too. I forgot about that. We're going to talk about that because apparently, if you didn't get your Steam controller yet, you're not going to be able to get one until 2027. Holy shit, boys. Insane. Valve is always fucking up when it comes to their hardware distribution. But anyway, all right, we got to celebrate. Listen, we got to celebrate that insane 50 membership hyper gigabanger from Ahmad. And considering that was the first one of the stream, you already know what that means.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
This is because Eve lost yesterday. The Clanker lost, boys. Shout out to Ahmad, man, dropping that insane 50 membership hyper gigabanger. That's fucking crazy, boys. That is crazy. You'll never get used to a 50 membership banger, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I think that catches us up everywhere. So let's check up gifted games, and then we're going to get into the content, boys. Let's go. What do we got? Let's see. Let me check gifted games real quick. Because good old Ron DFK, man, gifted a game earlier. Bro, you got to see what this man said. Look at this shit. Ron DFK, step up to the podium, sir. Step up to the podium. Look at this. Ron DFK. Grab some meat and slap it on. Ron, you wanna explain yourself, sir? You wanna explain yourself, sir? This is a massive gift. And he gifted a game that's titled Swap Beat. Bro.
Holy shit.
Swap meat is crazy. And then to say some shit like this, grab some meat and slap it on? I don't know, man. You should have you didn't put a pause in here or nothing. No pause? No nothing? Hey, why are we putting meat emojis in the chat? That's gay, bro. Why are we putting meat emojis in the chat? What is going on right now? Razorburn, thank you for the 10 jewels. Bro, what's going on? Why are we putting meat emojis? Relax on that. Relax. We don't got to be doing all this. I should watch the trailer. Shit, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Why not? That's fine. We don't got a waifu battle today, so we got a little bit extra time. We could definitely do this. We could definitely do this. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what this game's about. Let's see what this game's about. This shit's about to be ridiculous. Watch. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Hey, stop the meat emojis in the chat. It's gay. It's gay. Stop. Everybody. Hey, yo, everybody loves meat? David, what do you mean by that? Everybody loves meat. Relax. What are we doing? You are squishy. Bro, what the fuck is this game? Yo, Ron DFK, what the fuck did you send me? This is, bro, this shit is like out of this world. What is this, bro? What kind of drugs?
Ooh, that birthday sounded extra squishy.
Bro, this shit looks fucking crazy, bro. Like, how do you even come up with this idea for a video game? Like, how does this even cross your mind where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make a video game called Swap Meat, and I'm gonna make it the fucking craziest drug-filled trip possible.
Get you meat on.
Oh no, this is. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew. We just had to. Yo, what the fuck is going on? Stop it, bro. That's crazy. Stop, bro. What the fuck was that? Why did he do? Why is it that every time it always does it differently? It's never consistent. What the fuck was that? Holy shit. Anyway, that's crazy. Let's check out the gameplay. This is apparently 1.0 gameplay. So is there something else past 1.0? I don't know. Frankenbeans? Bro, this looks like Mega Bunk on steroids. This is like Mega Meat. Wow, bro. What the fuck? Ron, have you played this game? Like, have you actually played this game, or you just sent it to me because you thought this shit would be insane? Cards? Yeah, I know. It's cards, man. It's a fucking roguelite. Everything's a roguelite. So of course it has cards.
Warning, hostile craft approaching.
Yo, look at that
Hostile
boss.
creatures approaching.
It has teeth. Guys, honestly, this game's insane. This game's insane. I will surely try it at some point. Not anytime soon because I have a lot of games to get through, but this is one of those video games where you just want to fucking do chaos for chaos sake. You'll end up playing this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks like it could be fun for sure. It looks like it could be fun in its own like weird way.
Okay, someone was on Fent when they made this game.
Oh, they definitely were on fentanyl. You have teeth. What's weird about that? What's weird about that is that unless you look like this...
I received my Hypno body pillow today. Still waiting for the bad dragon.
What sound is that? Oh, is that Minion? Oh, that's Minion. Unless you look like this. I don't know if you look like... I don't know of any human that looks like this. Aside from maybe Dylan Mulvaney. That's why it's weird. That's why it's like, okay, so you got like a starfish? A meaty starfish, exactly, with teeth. That's why it's a little weird, you know? Drop the link, damn it. Just look up the game. The game is called Swap Meet or whatever it's called. You know what? I'll do it right now. Here. I'll do it right now. Here's the link. If you guys want to buy this game, I will drop it in the chat. There you go. I'll drop it on Rumble too, so that the people on Rumble don't feel... Even on Rumble, they're spamming meat emojis. What are we doing, boys?
We're checking out trailers. Any way we can look at Gregory Horror Show Soul of Rose...
What the hell is Horror Shoal of Rose? I'm looking at the trailer because he gifted the game. I don't want to just start looking at trailers nonstop, especially when I got trailers to look at today. But we could check it out at some point. We'll check it out. All right. Well, thank you, Ron DFK. I appreciate that very, very much. Absolutely insane. Crazy ass video game. I just accepted it right now. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, boys. Let's get into some topics. But first and foremost, we got to talk about some chaos, bro. We got to talk about some chaos. Have you seen some of the nonsense that's going on right now? Have you seen some of the nonsense going on around Grand Theft Auto? So I don't know if you guys realized, and this is what I mean by like X is all about just like how much can you bait people into being really, really, really angry about nonsense. So Grand Theft Auto 6 revealed this cover art, and it had this fine creature on the left over here. And people were like, well, I don't like this, or that's woke, or whatever. So they ended up race swapping it to a white girl. They ended up making it into a white girl, an Asian girl. Like, don't get me wrong, all of these are perfectly fine. They're all perfectly fine. But people are getting really mad at this. People are like, some people are actually getting, well, I mean, I should say people are pretending to get really mad at this. Where they're pretending like this is somehow bad, or this is somehow better, or this is like, it's like, bro, are we really arguing about any of this right now? Like, are we really trying to go crazy over any of this? This is so fucking stupid. Why there's hella diversity? I know. But in any case, I do notice how they took off the tattoos from the blonde girl, but kept like the tattoos on the Asian and the brown / light skinned black girl. Anyway, shut up and take my Hypno pesos. I know.
They never see a Latino Miami before woman.
I mean, if you go to Miami, you're going to see all kinds of people, you know? But anyway, so some people are really mad at this, you know? Blazion says, so many of you got upset over my last post about GTA 6, so here it is, fellas. Which one's your favorite, Latina, white, or Asian? Some guy asked, where's the Asian version? So here it is. Be careful. If you say your preference is the white woman, then you might be racist. It really is insane. It's insane. Like, everybody and their mother's losing their mind over this. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. It's like, bro, are you really going to complain about any one of these three? Are you really complaining about any one of these three, bro? Seriously. The answer is just yes, bro. It is what it is. The answer is yes for either of them. But the funny thing is, he says, bro, why does this have 3,500 bookmarks? It's because it's 4,500 now, and it's because people are gooning. people are gooning to this picture. That's crazy, bro. Why do you got so many bookmarks? I'm just kidding. The reason why there's probably a lot of bookmarks is because people want to talk about the fighting over it. That's really what it is. Although I'm sure there are some gooning. I'm sure there are. There's a little bit. But yeah, I mean, again, like the cover was fine. I don't more than fine. I don't understand why anybody would have a problem with the left. And to be fair, I don't understand why anybody have a problem with the middle or the right. You know, I don't see any issues with any of them. You know, but anyway, that's basically it. I thought it was funny. Metatron says white, but they're all gorgeous. Metatron's a racist. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, Will the Fan says Asian. Gee, the man who married an Asian says it says Asian. Why am I not surprised? Which, by the way, it was Will the Fan's birthday the other day. So make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday. Next time you see him, wish him a happy birthday. All three, yes, I am greedy. That's the right answer. This is the answer right here. This is the answer. It's nothing more than performative outrage. Yeah, basically. Again, it's the most stupid thing in the fucking world. But anyway, I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was funny. All right, boys, listen. That's number one. Number two, I want to check out a video game that's currently trending massively. I need somebody to explain why this video game is trending massively on Steam right now. What is going on? Somebody explain this. Somebody explain this video game to me. Why does this video game have so many people playing it right now? Why? Is this game like super fun or something? Is this like what is going on here? The burnt peanut played it, that's why. Well, Rebel Son, here's the thing. I would be okay with that mindset. However, the burnt peanut also played Marathon, told everybody that they're basically stupid for not liking it, and that game doesn't have that many players. Okay, so clearly the burnt peanut playing video games is not consistent. What is it about this game that people are playing the shit out of it, right? So let's check this out. Wait. Hold on. Time out. So you have to be a chameleon and try to blend in with the environment and survive someone shooting you? Is that what it is? Is that what this is? That kind of sounds cool. I'm not going to lie. That kind of sounds cool. That might have to be an SNH Plays kind of video game. Holy shit. Your daughter's playing this on Roblox? It's Art Slop? It's fucking hell, bro. Is that what we're calling it now? Art Slop? It's hide and seek, basically, but you paint yourself. It's fun and hell. Bro, that actually sounds kind of cool. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't realize what the premise of the game was. But I would find every single one of you fucks. If you think that you're gonna win in hide and seek, you're gonna get so felted. You're gonna get so fucking felted. It's literally prop hunt. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks interesting. I was wondering because, like, hold on, let me show you. I was wondering because, bro, I like going on SteamDB to find out about video games, because it's very hard to keep track of every single video game releasing. But with SteamDB, you could go on the trending list and you could see like video games that are trending and see like who's playing what. So I ended up doing that. And I saw this game at 244,000 concurrent players. And I was like, what the fuck? So at first I thought it was a free to play game, but it's not. It actually costs $5.99 They have it on sale right now. Well, actually, not right now. They had it on sale at $4.79. But, you know, it costs $6, which is, I mean, that's not a lot of money, obviously. But it's a lot of fucking players. There's a lot of players playing this game. Marathon can't even get these numbers, bro. None of these video games that they fucking show for can get these numbers. So I was just shocked. That's why I figured, I was like, you know what? Let me save it for the stream. And let me see if anybody's played this game. And, well, apparently you guys have. It's got 80%.
Been dodging ice for years. He'd be king.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You think you're going to beat me at hide and seek? Brother, that's not happening. That is not happening. This shit had me dying, bro. When he was dressed up as raw meat was hilarious, bro. This is great. But listen, good for the developers. They you know, they got a win here, and again, it's all about, that's crazy, bro. Look at this shit. It's all about how they can sustain it, but this actually looks pretty fucking hilarious. Oh no. 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 I knew it! No hearts left. Go buy light novels unless you are blacks because they do not read. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. This motherfucker gifted Mecha Chameleon, bro. I was just looking at the game. You didn't have to gift it, bro. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I'm going to see if I can convince Leon and some of the others to play the game. I think this will make a great SNH Plays game, in my opinion. We'll see. It all depends on how the schedules line up, but I definitely want to check this out. Is this an early access or it's a full release video game? Does anybody know? I think it's a full release, right? That was fast. That was fast. That was like one of the fastest I've ever seen someone gift a game that I just reacted to. Atreus is going to get felted. Do you think Atreus can actually hide very well? I don't think he can hide very well. He's too loud, right? He's way too loud. I don't think he can hide very well. But I think this is good, bro. This, I'm not going to lie. I think I would have a hard time seeing this. If I'm running around quickly around a map, I'm not going to lie. I would have a hard time seeing this, but this is really good. Whoever did this, fantastic work on that one. It's the next generation of prop hunt. Play it on stream. Oh, we definitely would play it on stream. We would definitely play it on stream, 100%. So, but yeah, I just wanted to see the game and kind of get an idea because this game is trending right now on Steam, and it just blew my mind how many people were playing the game. So I was like, all right, I'm always down to see some different games. Looks pretty damn cool to me. All right, boys, let me X out of that. We got one more to check out. Random game that I saw on Steam. This game looked really good, too. Really interesting. So it's called Lost Castle. Well, Lost Castle 2, specifically. It's a part 2. And it's like a beat-em-up, roguelite style video game. And this one's also trending on Steam. It's got like 25,000 concurrent players. There's more people playing this 2D beat-em-up game than Marathon. Not even kidding. So let's check it out, see what we got. I haven't watched this yet. It's 4-player co-op. This looks kind of fun. I'm not going to lie to you. This is kind of fun. Actual gameplay art style is a bit underwhelming. I wouldn't say it's underwhelming. I think it fits right where the cinematics are trying to portray it as. Unless this is not actual gameplay, but it looks like gameplay to me. I'm so glad I could read that. Yeah, no, it looks really good. There's another trailer. Is this the English one? Did I get felted and look at the wrong one? I sure did. Whoops. I read the wrong one. Whoopsie. Anyway. Yeah, this looks good, man. I think it looks fairly decent. Now, again, I found this because I was looking at SteamDB, and I saw that it was actually performing pretty decently. You know, it's got some decent numbers behind it. The game hit an all-time peak, 28,835, with a 24-hour peak of 25,658. So there's a lot of people playing this game. I saw the screenshots. I mean, the art style's not 100% for me, but it's kind of like that chibi little art style, which, I mean, I don't necessarily hate it, depending on the game and what it's aiming for, but it looks fun. It looks like it's got some interesting little boss battles. Nothing that would be too crazy or too different, but it seems pretty fun. And, you know, I don't know if you could play single player. There's definitely 4-player co-op, so you could play at least up to 4 players, but I'm sure you could probably play single player too. It looks pretty cool. You want a chibi Hypnocast game? No, you don't. No, you don't. Casual Crashers Roguelike. I watched Maximilian Dude play it. Nice. Speaking of Maximilian Dude, we're going to go over that in a second. Side Scrolls did a playthrough with some of their VTubers. Looks real good. All right. Well, I'll definitely will check this out. I'm curious about it. And who knows? I'm always looking, especially since being Leon, we play so many co-op games now. I'm always looking for co-op games now. So this just came across my radar, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. So not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's X out of that. And if you guys want the link to that, I guess I can link it here. Let me put it in the chat right now for you guys. I put it on YouTube and put it on Rumble really quick. Speaking of Rumble, we got Life Ferret with it too. Have you seen the trailer of that fighting game about action figures called Knockoff? Any thoughts on it? It's on YouTube and Steam if you're curious. I have not seen that. Knockoff, I have not seen that. If I check that out, I would definitely let you know. But I have not seen that personally. All right, let's X out of this. Let's talk about the Maximilian stuff. Let's talk about that. Ace Combat 8. You want to do Ace Combat 8 first? That's a pretty long. That's a long. It's like 8 minutes. You want to do Ace Combat first, or you want to talk about the Final Fantasy 7 remake cope? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Like a Final Fight style game? You don't read Chinese. I don't read Chinese. You read Chinese, don't you? Knockoff looks good, does it? I have never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Ace Combat. Nelson says Ace Combat. All right. Well, Nelson's the only one who said anything. So we're going to do Ace Combat. All right. Let's cover Ace Combat. Fuck it. Let me pause the TTS for this because I want this to go up on Hypnotic Gaming Live. So let me pause the TTS. We'll come back to that. Ace Combat has a waifu? Yeah, I know. All right, guys. We're going to check out Ace Combat 8. Now, Ace Combat is a franchise that I have not personally partaken in. It's always something that I've wanted to play, but it's like every time I get around to the idea of playing it, there's always something else that comes out that ends up taking my time. And with video games taking more time than ever these days, it's very difficult. But eventually, I am going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as Ace Combat 8 because it does look interesting to me. Or just Ace Combat in general. Now, with Ace Combat 8, there is a gameplay trailer that I haven't seen yet. And I wanted to react to it and kind of get you guys' idea behind Ace Combat 8 because I know a lot of you in the chat have played this series. And some of you are very excited for this game. So I kind of want to get an idea of what this game's going to have to offer. So let's check out this gameplay trailer and see what we got for Ace Combat 8. Here we go. T for Teen, Unreal Engine. Ace Combat gets so difficult. Is it really that bad? Is it really that hard?
Welcome, pilots, to Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves, the long-running arcade flight shooter series known for weaving together fast-paced dogfights and cinematic narratives, makes its return with a brand new entry. We hope you enjoy the sneak peek into its setting and gameplay.
It really does look cool. It does look very cool.
Ace Combat 8 immerses you in a true, free-flying experience. You will assume the role of a fighter jet pilot. Take flight with complete 360-degree freedom as you soar through skies brought to life with detailed weather effects.
Calling all landing force units. Above you flies the Wings of Thieves. No harm will come to you.
The real thrill lies in exhilarating dogfights. Ace Combat sets itself apart with its adrenaline-filled combat and intuitive gameplay.
And you do realize this is an LCAC. It's a boat, which I can handle better than guns. FD, you dogs. They're targeting us. Can't this thing go any faster?
Bro, this thing looks like it would be so chaotic, bro. It looks like it'll be one of those games that it starts off slow, but then all of a sudden gets fucking chaotic, like non-stop chaos. Is it that? Because look at the mini map, bro. On the bottom left, look at all this shit that is being tracked on the mini map, and then look at your UI and everything. It's. I just feel like it'd be one of those games.
What's around?
Neutralize the 5th Fleet and their air support at the harbor. Copy. All fleets are to set off immediately.
Holy shit.
Rex, what happened?
Rex went into the tunnel.
Hostiles have infiltrated Delta Force.
Wow. Oh, there's your
Attention
waifu.
on deck.
There's your waifu, boys.
Take your seats.
The Ace Combat series takes place in the fictional world of Strange Reel, and its story unfolds through mission briefings and in-game operations. Strange Reel takes real-world inspired geography and blends it with fictional history, including impossible superweapons and dramatic conflicts between nations.
Transport craft. Enemy transport forces have entered Rocky Island airspace from the east. We predict they'll be flying due west to avoid the storm clouds. Joker flight will now sort by night. Fly undercover for as long as possible. At H hours, you will enter the target airspace from the north and eliminate all Podarge units.
Holy shit.
Careful preparation before every sortie is critical to an ace pilot's...
That's actually a good question, Yamato. He says, how come no Wokies are attacking this girl? She looks underage. Why? It's because, well, let's be real. You think Wokies are going to be playing Ace Combat? Probably not, right? So
survival.
I don't think they even
Ace
know
Combat
about it.
8 features a diverse lineup of real-world fighter jets from across the globe. You can unlock additional fighter jets using MRP and in-game currency earned in missions. Consider the mission objective and your playstyle and pick the best aircraft for the job. You also have a wide array of special weapons to choose from. Build a fighter jet tailored to each mission by freely combining parts to upgrade your aircraft.
Holy fuck. So I think, is it safe to say that the customization in this game is just mind-blowing? Like, can you customize your aircraft like to the level of... I'm trying to think of another game to compare it to. I guess like Forza, like with their cars and shit. I can only imagine what you could do with this. It must be insane.
Southwest wind 200 degrees, 30 knots.
Different missions call for different loadouts. Take note of your objectives during briefings and carefully adjust your strategy to carve a path towards victory.
Weight is under maximum threshold.
It looks so fucking real, bro. Holy shit.
Air traffic control to Joker 1. You are cleared for takeoff.
Tiger King says the question is there bisexual lighting in this game? The skies are looking a little purple, bro. I don't know, man. It's still a little purple. Actually, wait. There it is right here. That's it. It's over. It's over, boys. We're cooked. We cannot play Ace Combat 8 anymore. That's it. We're cooked, boys. Look, there's a little bit of purple right up here, boys. Right up here. It's game over. It's game over. We can't do it. It's over. That's it. We might as well just end the reaction right now. Game over. Fuck it. Fuck this woke piece of trash. Tiger King says, uh-oh. I'm sorry, man.
It's practically pitch black out here.
With the exception of black holes, whereof is darkness, thereof is light.
Is that a physics thing?
More of a lit thing.
Oh, shit.
Aircraft contrails up ahead.
Did you see the flames? The flames were a little purple too, bro. Oh, no. Damn, we really are cooked, bro. Fuck.
Physics thing?
More of a lit thing.
Aircraft contrails up ahead.
Radar is one way to track down enemies, but it isn't the end-all be-all. You can pinpoint the location of enemy aircraft using visual cues such as contrails or the glint of a cockpit reflecting sunlight.
Mayday, we're under attack. We're dealing with 4 bandits engaging.
Joker 1.
Radar range is cut short by jamming. You'll need to get closer. Also watch the shorter lock-on distance.
Wow.
There must have been a leak. Joker 1 has engaged. All units follow suit.
Roger. Master arm switch is on.
The defining feature
my
of
God.
the Ace Combat series lies in its face-offs with massive superweapons.
Switching to
Colossal weapons, vastly larger than any fighter jet, rear their heads as major threats on the battlefield. Equipped with offensive and defensive capabilities that defy conventional logic, these enemies are anything but easy to defeat.
Tasha, watch your 6. Don't tunnel vision on
The fuck? They got super bosses in this game? What kind of shit? it's like the Dark Souls of fucking flight craft, bro. What is
transports.
Okay.
Transmitting data on hostiles.
Is it single player only or is it multiplayer? Do you have any multiplayer components to this game? Or it's just single player? Like how does that work?
Smoke on the main wing.
Ace Combat 8's newest feature allows you to damage these massive super weapons outside of their target boxes. Ace Combat 8 introduces a new strategic element where enemies you shoot down or destroy can trigger chain reactions that take out surrounding enemies. Strategize and execute efficient tactics to dominate the battlefield.
I'm not gonna tell you, this shit looks insane.
Dealer to all planes. Bandit coming in hot. 1 unit. No, make that 4. They're flying tight.
In addition to its enthralling dogfights, Ace Combat has captivated fans with its rich story. You'll face countless life or death situations, and before
Are the Ace Combat games tied together story-wise? Like, are they all? Is it like a singular? Is it a singular story, or is it separate? Like, you know, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and all that shit. Like, how does that work? I feel like it would probably be all separate. That probably makes sense, right? But is it all together? Like, how does that work? They're all separate. They're all okay. They're all separate. That's probably better that way.
forced to make important decisions in the heat of battle.
You're not welcome in the Sotoan sky.
Hey, bitch, come.
They sure did.
We've got home court advantage, not them. Let's show them, Rex.
Go head-to-head against enemy Ace squadrons, who demonstrate advanced tactics and seamless teamwork.
Oh, shit.
Put your piloting skills to the ultimate test.
They're puppy guarding those transports.
Employ defensive tactics. Avoid incoming missiles by using chaff and flares. Or pull off the occasional daring maneuver like a high G turn at the height of battle.
Joker 1, locked on. 55, I'm spiked. Pistol! No, she trusted me. I have to see this through to the...
Rest assured, you are not alone.
Is Tasha the wife who everybody likes now? Is she the one? Yeah, she is the one, right? Yeah, I see her here. Okay, so I guess her name's Tasha. There you go.
You are not alone. Your trusted wingmen will always fight alongside you.
Got it. Going.
As the flight leader, you must issue precise orders tailored to the situation, such as forward attack or cover. Survive the battlefield alongside your team.
Joker 4, Fox 2. Target hit. Joker 4, attack hit.
Am I gonna play it? I mean, I do want to play it. I do want to play it. Like I've been saying for the longest time, I want to play Ace Combat. It's all about time. That's really what it is. And I don't necessarily want to just jump into Ace Combat 8 having never played the other ones. I'm sure I can. Like, I'm sure I can. It's just, I'm going to be so fucking bad at it. I already know I'm going to be terrible at it. I'm going to be out there flying into the fucking ocean. It's gonna be that bad.
Hostiles are approaching from 12 o'clock. Roger. Intercept. Altitude 1100. Distance 18,000. Main guns. Commence AA fire.
That's a big-ass battleship, bro.
Homing is set. Captain, commence fire.
Bro, they got
Commencing
lasers?
Fire.
Oh, shit.
Cannons firing.
In key missions, you'll face off against powerful superweapons capable of untold destruction. Weave through their relentless onslaughts, coordinate with your allies, and turn the tide of these battles.
You see that swarm of bugs?
Swarm drones. I thought it was just a rumor, but they're real.
Yuck. Those things give me the creeps.
Deathless 3. Supposed to trigger the last detonation.
You're joking.
What do we do now? Hang on until we get word.
Bro,
from
the
HQ.
battleship is on a... Bro, Jesus.
You want to die here? Tactical target destroyed. That's a hit. Explosion instructor 2.
Holy shit.
Joker 1, target destroyed. A hit. Buildings are coming down. That mission's successful! Building down! Get out of there! That was perfect. We're not gonna make it! Stop! Increase speed! We'll go over it! Stop!
They drop buildings to stop the fucking battleship.
In 2029, a new conflict
That is so ridiculous.
breaks out in Strangereal between
Oh
the
my
Federation
God.
of
Yeah, it's
Central
like Metal
Uja
Gear, exactly.
and the Republic of Satoa.
So ridiculous.
It's up to you to push back the Satoan incursion and take back your homeland. Step into the cockpit and get ready to take flight. This concludes our introduction to Ace Combat's next dramatic flight shooter, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves. We look forward to seeing you in Strangereal skies, whether you're a veteran who has fought on countless battlefields.
I'm not.
Or a rookie taking flight
100%
for the first
rookie.
time.
100%.
Thank you for watching.
Damn, bro, that's a hell of a fucking showcase. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit definitely sold me. And again, like I'm not somebody who plays Ace Combat, but that looked fun as fuck, especially the end, man. What the? They're dropping buildings on these people. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, listen, it definitely seems cool. It's a series that I keep telling you I definitely want to get into and just experience it. Whether it's the 8th one or maybe I'll play the 7th one, I really don't know, but overall looks pretty fucking good. And Ace Combat fans are eating very well. You guys are eating very well, so good for you. That's awesome, man. It looks really, really good. Top tier shit. All right, let me X out of that. Boys, we got to do another video. Let's do another video. I'm going to resume the TTS. Let's get these red.
They tried in the past and got doxxed, dosed and chased out of the community. Fully and the Dex
Who did?
were okay with it /
Wait, what? What's that about? Fully and the Dex were okay with what is that about, Jason Alator? I'm not exactly sure what we're referencing. Are you talking with that can't be about Ace Combat, right? I'm not sure what he's referencing. We don't have anything on Rumble. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue. Let's get into the Laura Fryer video. Let's get into that. We'll do Laura Fryer video, and then we'll do the Maximilian video. And then we'll make fun of the journals with Dave the Diver being horny, apparently. I still can't believe that the woke got chased out. What? The woke got chased out of Ace Combat? Is that what you're saying? Oh, is that what you're saying? The wokies got chased out of Ace Combat? But they didn't dox them and DDoS them, though, did they? That'd be kind of gay. That's weird. Hey, yo, Yamato! Hey, Yamato, relax, bro. The hot gilf, I saw that, bro. I saw that, bro. Relax. The hot gilf. That's insane, bro. Relax. What about Ashes of Oz? Actually, you know what? Let's check it out. They've been asking me to check out Ashes of Oz. We're gonna check it out really quick. This is an indie video game. See what we got. This is what I imagine Alice the Madness Returns would be if it was like a side-scrolling style video game. That's what I would imagine this. Did you say Metroidvania slop, bro? Stop. Stop with the word slop being attached to everything. Jesus Christ. This game looks good. This game looks really good. I would actually play the shit out of this. Oh, shit. The Ashen Oz. Yeah, I mean, definitely interesting. I'll say that. Metroidvania slop is such a lazy word. Hypno slop. Yeah, no, I definitely like this. Add to your. Yeah, I'm gonna add this to my wish list. This shit looks really good. I would play the fuck out of this. This like any kind of stuff with gameplay like this, I am all for. Anything with like this kind of setting, I'm all for this shit. The art style looks really good. It looks nice and creepy. Yeah, I'm definitely digging it. It does remind me of Alice Madness Returns, so I'm definitely digging it. Yeah, thank you for the recommendation, Fourth Wall guys. Pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Check out Elder Lily. I played Ender. I think it's called Ender Lilies. Yeah, I played Ender Lilies. It's a very fun game. I like it. All right, boys, let's do the Laura Fry video. Let me pause the TTS. Thank you guys again for the support. You guys are amazing. Let's go over this. So, guys, we got to go over a Laura Fry video, and it's very important that we go over this video because she's talking about Xbox, right? And when it comes to Xbox, there are very few people that know Xbox in and out as much as she does, considering she was literally there for the first Xbox. She was there at the company. She has a lot of experience. She has a lot of experience with Gears of War, obviously. She was there for all of it. So, very interesting conversation going on right now with Xbox. We've all been covering it. Everybody's been talking about how they're closing down studios left and right. You know, Ninja Theory is basically up for supposedly demolition, even though they just announced their game Senua at the showcase, the Xbox showcase, which is still crazy, by the way. I can't believe that's even happening, but here we are. You know, we got the South of Midnight Developers Compulsion Games that are basically going to get the axe as well. There's a lot of studios right now that are potentially going to be shut down or have massive layoffs that are all tied to Xbox and Microsoft. But again, just to reiterate, it's not just them. PlayStation's going to experience it too. Everybody's going to experience it. However, Xbox is her specialty, her experience. So I kind of want to see what she has to say about it. Now, she's specifically going to be talking about, I guess, the hardware. She's going to talk about the Xbox hardware and how it's in trouble or whatever the case would be. So let's see what she's got to say in this new video. Let's check it out.
In 2001, I was there helping build the very first Xbox. And I was one of the biggest skeptics on the team.
Do you ever want to make hardware?
No,
It's
that's
on the
one
team.
thing that we decided not to do.
The idea that Microsoft could ever create a game console was seen as a bit of a joke.
I was worried that a software company like Microsoft would always struggle with the insane costs and risks of hardware. 25 years later, those early fears are coming back stronger than ever. With AI-driven component shortages driving prices through the roof, the hardware gamble is really showing its cracks. My thinking at the time was that Windows was already the dominant gaming platform with over 90% of PCs running it.
By 1999, 90% of computers worldwide used the Microsoft Windows operating system. They were untouchable, without comparison or viable rival.
We had the Internet Gaming Zone, which at the time was one of the biggest online gaming communities on the internet. Remember, this was when Steam...
The Internet Gaming Zone. Jesus Christ, bro. That's the thing about like watching Laura Fry's videos. She usually goes really, really old school to the point where you start seeing all these things that you forgot about. You just kind of like forget about it. You know, it's like in the past, but crazy.
Didn't
man.
exist. I felt like we were abandoning the most successful gaming platform in the world for a risky bet that we weren't ready for. At the same time, I knew I was biased because I had helped build the Internet Gaming Zone. I knew if we pivoted, it would likely die on the vine. I eventually came around and joined the team, but those early fears that a software company would struggle to master the hardware cycle, those are more relevant now than ever.
You know,
and with AI...
You know, the thing about Xbox joining the hardware like scenario, like, well, I should say Microsoft joining the hardware scenario, is that, yeah, I can understand where she's coming from because back then you had Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega was involved too, obviously with hardware, with the Dreamcast and whatnot. There was already wars going on, right? There was already console wars going on, and especially between Nintendo and Sega, we all know how that ended. And looking at this now, it's like, realistically, Xbox was doing just fine in the beginning in terms of hardware. It was competing at first, especially with the 360. And then, unfortunately, it just started to become a thing where they focused more on the software and less about the hardware until the point where the latest marketing that really killed their company, which we've talked about all the time, which is the fact that they try to convince everybody that everything was an Xbox. I mean, the moment you do that, the moment you try to make it seem as if everything could be what you are trying to convince people to buy, well, then they're not going to buy your shit. They're going to go buy something that's in their mind better, or at least brings other things to the table, right? If you are trying to sell something that could do everything, well, that's what the PC can do, but better. So you're never going to match that level of capability when it comes to the PC platform. So you know, I just feel like Xbox, what really killed Xbox hardware was Xbox themselves. You want to blame Phil Spencer, you want to blame Sarah Bond, you want to blame any of these people, go right ahead. But that marketing that they did for the last couple of years, and the fact that, with all due respect, you could blame Phil Spencer, you could blame Sarah Bond, but you're not going to sit up here and pretend like none of the shit that they did was signed off by Satya Nadella. You're not going to pretend like Satya didn't fucking sign off on them trying to do the whole everything's an Xbox marketing, right? It definitely could have been their idea, but Satya signed off on that shit. And if it really was a bad idea, and if they knew that it was a bad idea, then they should have stopped them from doing it. But they all signed off on it thinking that that was going to be the way that they were going to, I don't know, expand the Xbox brand. But clearly, that's not what happened. And most people decided to check out from Xbox at that point because they're like, okay, well, I don't feel like it means anything to be an Xbox fan. It used to back in the day, but it doesn't really that much anymore. And they're trying to go back to that, but it's going to be very hard to go back. But anyway, let's continue.
Driven component shortages, the hardware gamble is becoming unsustainable. But Xbox fans, this isn't the end. Don't believe the rumors that Microsoft's going to spin off Xbox. I don't. They used to say that every year when I worked there. They're simply returning to where they've always been strongest, and that's Windows. Whenever they talk about platform, remember, it's not just hardware. It's everything. It's Windows, the cloud, DirectX, Game Pass, the games, the entire ecosystem. They're trying to go back to what they know. Hardware has always been a brutal business. It's expensive and it has razor-thin margins. When we started Xbox, we didn't have the manufacturing experience that Sony or Nintendo did.
Thick mice, keyboards, we had some speakers, we had this thing called Interactive Barney.
That's super duper.
Holy
Would eventually
shit, Interactive Barney, bro. Wow. That's crazy.
Convinced me was that we didn't stray too far from what we already knew. The original Xbox was literally the DirectX box, built on PC architecture with x86 chips and a modified Windows core. So we jumped in and we pivoted everything to Xbox. I had just shipped the first Crimson Skies, and version 2 was immediately targeted for Xbox, and honestly, it felt like a better fit for the title anyway. So we temporarily stepped away from strengthening Windows gaming.
Did anybody play Crimson Skies? Because I didn't. I did not personally, so I don't know if that was like a good game or anything.
Compete with Sony. And that made sense in 2001. But now, the math is very different. The numbers are brutal. Xbox...
It's crazy, bro. They're saying that Asha Sharma went from being the savior to becoming the reaper. That's crazy, bro. People started AI photoshopping pictures of her with like a halo over her head, you know, and like a crown on her head because she was supposed to be the savior. And then now they're Photoshop or AIing like a scythe in her hand and making her into like the Reaper. It's so funny, bro. Like the 180 is crazy. And then like all the Xbox super fans were praising Asha. They were like, she's doing this amazing, that amazing, this, that amazing. Like they had a whole list. They were like, oh, she's the savior. She's doing all these good things. And then they announced the studio shutdowns, and all of a sudden she's like the Reaper. She's doing terribly. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? It's wild. But then she won them back with the exclusivity with Gears of War. So it's kind of all over the place. It's pretty emotional right now for Xbox people.
CEO Asha Sharma has been blunt. We're in a hardware component crisis. Storage and memory costs could be 5 times higher by holiday 2027 because AI data centers are sucking up the global supply.
5 times higher, boys. 5 times higher. Absolutely insane. In just 1 year. It's crazy, bro.
That completely broke the old model.
I think that, you know, usually what happens at this point in a generation is your costs come down, right? Memory, storage, etc.
That's not working anymore. You've got exploding hardware costs. You've got Game Pass eating into full price games. And not enough big game hits are coming out to offset everything. That's why this big reset is happening. They need to cut costs and refocus where they can actually win. There was recent reporting that Microsoft is exploring options like a spin-off or turning Xbox into a subsidiary. Asha's in a tough position, so it makes sense to me that they're looking at every possibility. But I don't think it'll happen because it would risk weakening Windows, which is still Microsoft's biggest profit driver and crown jewel.
At least for the titles that we're talking about right now, Windows is already where the world plays, and that's a very important slogan to the company. It's very important to Asha, and it is very much a rallying point for the company.
But keep in mind that even though Windows still dominates, competition like Steam and Linux have been chipping away at that dominance over the years.
Linux, bro, so we discussed this before about how Linux, Proton, all this stuff with Steam especially, and Steam OS, it is slowly but surely, it takes time. Like nobody gets to the level of Windows, overnight. It takes time, but they are absolutely chipping away and gaining favor amongst users, because the problem, you got to look at Windows as like the iPhones of the PC world, meaning like people use iPhones because they are easy to use. People use iPhones because there's only one OS, right? People use iPhones because they're simplistic. You could just literally, it's plug and play. It's very easy, right? When it comes to Linux, it's kind of like the same thing, right? Like with Windows, you get that kind of ease of usage. With Linux, you have to know a little bit of what you're doing. And that's a little bit daunting for people that just want to plug something in and let it play, right? People want that plug and play. And as much as there are people out there that'll shit on Windows and they'll be like, it's got a whole bunch of bloat, or it's like, it got all this AI nonsense, whatever. Like, yes, I get that. However, it has the, I'll say it has like the audience because it's plug and play. It has the audience because it is easy. It has the audience because it does have the most available on it. Like, it just has that audience. It is what it is. There's no denying it. So, but the thing is, as Linux gets, more accessible, and as things become better over time, and as Steam OS especially starts to spread to other devices, because we all know about the ARM situation and how Steam has basically made Steam OS available on multiple devices in the future, it's like the sky's the limit at that point. As those things begin to happen, that differentiation from Windows and Linux and Steam OS, that differentiation will become closer and closer, until eventually it's not so cut and dry anymore like it is right now, So anyway, let's continue.
Microsoft knows they can't abandon the living room even if the math doesn't work. That's why they're working on a way to bring the console experience to PC. You've got Project Helix and something they're calling Xbox Mode on Windows. It's a full-screen, controller-first experience that's supposed to make your PC feel more like a console. Look, I know what a lot of you are thinking, because I'm thinking the same thing. A lot of people love having a dedicated box under the TV that just works. No driver conflicts, no background programs breaking your games. Windows has a reputation for being messy, and it's fair. I wrestle with my mom's Windows machine at least once a week, and I can tell you it doesn't just work. So the biggest concern...
Yeah, of course, they're competing with the Steam machine. Like, everybody, listen, man, PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox are all very much aware of what's going to happen when Steam releases their Steam machine. It's not going to go viral. It's not going to be a major success, but it's going to be successful, guaranteed.
With their entire plan is execution. If they don't nail the "it just works" feeling, many fans will stick with traditional consoles, and Sony has an advantage here. They were really smart. They locked in their PS5 component supplies, so they can just wait it out and maybe delay the PS6 if needed. For Xbox fans, this feels...
Which, by the way, there's talks of. There's talks of them delaying the PlayStation 6. There's talks of them delaying Helix. There's talks of all this stuff and, riding out the hardware crisis. I don't think you're going to be able to ride it out. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to supposedly return to normal. I just don't, personally. But anyway.
Really chaotic right now. And it's going to feel that way for a while. There will be cost-cutting and layoffs. People are going to lose their jobs. And from what I'm hearing, some smaller or niche studios are in real danger.
Yep.
That's a tough reality for a lot of talented developers.
You know what's crazy about Microsoft? They literally absorbed so many studios. They focused on being the place that absorbs all these studios. And I don't know if it gave these developers this like idea of a false sense of security. I don't know if that's the case, but I gotta imagine being able to say that you work technically for Microsoft gives you this level of like security in your mind, but it's only a matter of time before you realize that security is non-existent. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not gonna happen. I do think it's fucked up that like Ninja Theory, for example, is getting supposedly shut down just 2 weeks after announcing their brand new game. There's no way that you could tell me that the executives at Xbox that make those decisions didn't know that that studio was on the chopping block. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that like 2 weeks later they decided, you know what? I know you guys just announced your game and everything, but we're actually thinking about closing you down now. So, like, I don't believe that. They absolutely knew, and they let those people go on the public stage and showcase their brand new game, and now they got egg on their face. You know? And another thing, too, about the Steam Machine is that the Steam Machine is going to be focused on bringing the console experience to PC, whereas the consoles are essentially trying to figure out how they could bring the console experience to PC in their own way. So everybody's trying to figure out how to bring the console experience to PC because I guess in their mind, they're viewing it as like, you know, the PC is the place to play. The only people that aren't really doing that is Nintendo, obviously, for, you know, they always, Nintendo will never be that company. And PS5, PlayStation, like, they dabbled, but I think they're going to go the Nintendo route. I think they want to focus solely on their ecosystem, and they're willing to abandon everything else in the quest to try to do so. And in their minds, they probably view Xbox going to PC as a means of, like, having no real competition, because if they think Xbox is going to PC, then them focusing on their own console will just enrich the ecosystem that they have. I don't know. It's an interesting situation that's happening. But Nintendo, Nintendo's the consistent company that is never going to fuck with PC whatsoever.
And I'm
they
also
can't stand
hearing
it.
that the cuts are going to be pretty significant. So the impact is going to be felt across all of Xbox.
This is the gaming crash, boys. It's not just Xbox. We are officially witnessing, finally, we've been talking about it happening for a long time. We are officially witnessing the gaming crash of 2026. It's going to happen this year. The AAA gaming crash of 2026 is happening right now. And it might extend into next year, maybe, but it's at least starting now. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really ugly, but it's been a long time coming. We've all known that this was coming for a long time, and it's finally here.
It's interesting to contrast this with what's happening at Bungie right now. Sony is essentially doubling down on Marathon, their new extraction shooter that hasn't performed all that well.
Idiots.
They're winding down Destiny 2 with no Destiny 3 in the works.
Stupid.
Microsoft is taking the exact opposite approach. They're cutting their losses on niche or underperforming titles to protect the bigger platform and the bigger games. Both paths are going to be painful, but they show two very different philosophies in a tough market. Some of us question the heavy hardware path in 2001, but we picked that direction for a while, and it worked. But the times have changed, and Xbox has to evolve. The studios need to focus on nurturing the talent that they have.
I'll say this before she continues. I'll say one thing, okay? The fact that we are in the gaming crash of 2026, it's not that I think that gaming is going to be dead. I think that this needs to happen. I do. I'm sorry. I think that this needs to happen. I think that this industry has been subsidized to no end. I think that this industry has wasted so much fucking money and potential. I think that this industry has wasted every opportunity that was given to it to turn around before it got to this point. I think they wasted it all. I think over the last few years, it's been pretty clear that they wasted it all. And even though things have gotten a little bit better and there are some better video games that have released recently, there's been some bangers that have released recently. But just because there's been some bangers that have released recently doesn't make up for all the nonsense these people were playing for the last few years that resulted in money, that so much money that's been lost that it's going to take hundreds of bangers for them to get anywhere close to making their money back. It's been subsidized for way too long. Way too long. So now it's at the point where, okay, if it's been subsidized for this long and the money is running out, there's only one logical thing that's going to happen, and it's going to be a fucking bomb going off. It's going to be a bomb going off. And the sad thing about this is that it's not even just the supposed wokies that are going to get fired. There's going to be, listen, as much as people want to say things about, XYZ companies or whatever, there are some good devs out there. There are some good devs out there. Most of them we actually never hear about because, to be honest with you, they're not being stupid on social media. They're not out there being retards on social media. They keep it to themselves. They're the ones that probably end up leaking shit to YouTubers and stuff. But there are a lot of good developers out there that we don't actually know about that keep to themselves. And the sad reality is that those people are also going to get fired with the wokies as well. They're going to get fired. They're like, this is not just going to be let's just purge all the wokies. That's not happening. That's not happening. There is going to be people from all kinds of walks of life getting fired for this. And they're getting fired because, well, unfortunately, nobody spoke up. The gaming industry is an industry of everybody staying silent. Nobody wants to be honest with each other. It's toxic positivity all over the place. Nobody wants to say a word. Everybody's like, yeah, that's a great idea. What, you want to put a scene in Dragon Age the Veilguard where Tosh ends up sitting down and telling her mom that she's non-binary and then we have a familial fight? Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, everybody wants to see that. Everybody, like, they are, this industry is in its own bubble. It's in its own world where they're like incapable of being honest with each other and telling each other, you know what, that's a really bad idea. That sounds like a really bad idea. Because the moment you speak up and say that's a bad idea, you know what's going to happen, right? You're going to have everybody looking at you. It's going to be like the spotlights were shined all on you. And then suddenly, Martha is going to be reporting you to HR. And then Emily, who runs the HR department, is going to be bringing you in the office. And before you know it, you went from being the office champion to the office chud. And now you're gone. You know what I'm saying? You're gone. So people don't even want to risk it. People don't even want to be honest with each other because they already know what's going to happen when they are. And unfortunately, it kind of leaves you in a situation where the only thing you can do is delay the inevitable. So it's either you get fired now for being honest, or you get fired later down the line when the studio ends up suffering layoffs or closures because nobody was being honest. That's really what it comes down to. So I think that this crash absolutely needs to happen. I think it's unsustainable. I think it's been unsustainable for a long time. I mean, we've been saying this for I don't even know how long now. This is unsustainable. Having $100 million, $200 million, $300 million, $400 million budgets. It is unsustainable. How the fuck are you having budgets like that when you also got to spend money like that on hardware that is increasing in price as the days go by? It's insane. This cannot sustain itself. It will not sustain itself, and it will crash. It's only a matter of time, as we have seen. And again, we've had all these studios, some of these developers out there that were really like anti-gamer, hate the chuds for whatever fucking reason. They really felt like they were invincible. They felt like nothing was going to touch them. It's impossible for it to be them. Bro, that is never the right idea to have. It is never the right idea to have. And as Laura Fryer has said, and as basically everybody else has said that's in the industry, these layoffs that are about to happen are going to be substantial. They're going to be substantial. They're going to be painful. And it's only going to be the beginning. And it's not just going to be Xbox either. If you're over there at PlayStation celebrating the layoffs at Xbox, I hope you understand that it's not just them and it's coming for you too. The only one that you could probably say is not going to suffer layoffs is Nintendo. Because Eastern companies, they don't like firing people. They like making you quit. So that's why you almost never hear about layoffs at Eastern studios. Not only that, they're also more successful. They're not stupid. They keep their budgets extremely low and their profits are extremely high so that their company can subsidize the next 10 games they release on just one video game. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. But the Western industry, completely opposite. Budgets are through the roof. I don't know where this money's going, but it ain't going into the video games. This is going to be bad. And we've been saying it's going to happen for the longest time.
They need to make games that are both award-winning and financially successful. That's the opportunity. That's the bet that Asha's making. And I hope it works out because I like competition. It means
Same.
more choice for gamers.
Same.
Somebody taught me a long time ago.
100%. I agree with that last comment. She's not wrong there. Competition is necessary to breed a level of, or I should say, to stop a level of complacency setting in on whatever company is, competing. So I really wish that it didn't have to get to this, but unfortunately, it always does. It always does. Like there's no avoiding it. The egos of the people in the gaming industry, they know no bounds whatsoever, especially the Western gaming industry. They know no bounds. And unfortunately, we are here now, for them, unfortunately anyway. And we are just going to see over the next few months, I guarantee it's going to be happening all year long. It's not just going to happen like in the summer and then go away, in the fall and in the winter. That's not going to happen. It's going to be happening all year long. These layoffs are going to happen all the time. And here's what's also going to come from this that I think people don't talk about is that when these layoffs occur, there is a lot of developers that say, okay, well, I just got laid off. Well, I'll just go make an indie studio. I'll make an indie studio. We'll check some boxes and we'll get massive levels of funding as a first-time diverse studio, and we'll get all the money that we need, and we'll just fuck around, while we have the money. It's a cycle, bro. It is a cycle of life, and with the death of all these AAA studios, or at least the layoffs from these studios, are going to spawn a bunch of indie studios that nobody's heard of. That's going to make their own games, and hey, maybe some of them might be good. Most of them are probably not, but that's what's going to happen. So I am glad that Laura is talking about this because, again, she has experience at Xbox. She knows the company, through and through. So it's good to kind of hear her say pretty much what we've all been saying. This is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So we'll see what ends up happening. That's all I can really say. Will they ever learn? Probably not. Probably not. But regardless, good video from Laura Fry. I'm going to link it in the chat right now for you guys. If you want to go check out her channel, by all means, support the video, give it a like, leave some comments. And don't talk about gills. Don't talk about gills. Come on, man. Come on, what are we doing? Hold on. DJ Connick with a membership on Rumble. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Torinol with a 2. He showcased a floundering game to get investors. If they shutter immediately after that showing, they likely had specific investor groups in mind who all said no. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I'll say this, Torinol. I think it's pretty obvious that they go to the same people over and over. Over and over. Oh, man, Cad, we are not at tier 2, my man. They go to the same investment groups over and over. And if they can't succeed, like Torinol said, they tend to just give up and walk away. Tencent is probably one of the most primary investors in all of these companies. If you look at Tencent's portfolio, you'll realize that they invest in so many studios. It's insane how many studios have Tencent funding behind them or investments. It's crazy. It's crazy. It could be AAA, it could be indie, it could be like all that shit. I mean, look at Highguard. Everybody found out that Tencent was involved with fucking Highguard. Everybody was wondering, how did they get this money? Where'd the money coming from? Come to find out, it was rumored to be Tencent. Why am I not surprised? Your mom has Tencent funding, brother. Mr. Hardcore Mode. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Mr. Hardcore Mode. That's insane. Don't Nod Tencent. Yeah, Don't Nod has Tencent funding as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let me resume the TTS, see if anything came in.
At Real Grey Ghost celebrates 1 month of membership.
Hey,
Happy
Grey Ghost.
Juneteenth.
We don't celebrate that here, all right?
Game should be gifting in 5 minutes or so.
Oh, shit. I got to check it out. Yeah, I heard the notification.
People want that plug and play, eh? My kind of people.
Bro, why you got to make it gay, bro? Plug and play is just, bro. It's not gay. This stream is sponsored by Tencent. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's check the gifted games. He said, enjoy the gifted game and the feltoning. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got.
Holy shit.
What the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this, bro? What? 'What? What the fuck is this? Saw this, then laughed my ass off, then decided to send it your way. Why? Why did you send it my way? Was that necessary? You could have just say like, hey, man, check out this game. It's pretty funny. Look at the trailer. You could have sent me the trailer. You got to send me the game? How did you even find this? Magical Mic Duel. Senpai, hear my spell. This shit is fucking flaming gay, bro. Play it. I'm not playing it. I'm not accepting it. Look at these emojis. Look at this shit. Embrace your destiny in Magical Mic Duel. Senpai, hear my spell. Your voice commands the force of fabulousness. Chant spells with conviction and witness dazzling displays of magical might. The world needs your power. Step up and claim your place as the ultimate magical girl. Girl? This ain't no fucking girl. None of these. This might be a girl. None of these are girls. Where's the girl? Is this a Gooner game? Hold on. What the fuck is this, bro? No. What did you send me? This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable, brother. Hold on. Let me see something. The fuck is this? Bro. What the fuck? Bro, this whole game was made with AI. 100%, bro. 100% this game was made with AI. Sha-la-la, the me I've always dreamed to be, transforming into a magical girl? What?
Sha-la-la, the me I've always dreamed to be, transforming into a magical girl.
That's not it. Bro.
Holy shit.
Speedy Cake, you're banned, bro. You're banned. You're absolutely banned. What is he doing? The spirit bomb? What the fuck? You're banned, bro. You're banned.
Is that Asmongold in the game Hypno?
I don't know anymore, Adair Soto. Did he do an attack? Is this a fighting game? What the fuck was that spirit bomb? For 1,774,000 damage. What the fuck is this? How did you find this? That's what I want to know. How did you find this?
A middle-aged man is a magical girl? Ha! Hilarious! Did all the mythical girls protect in Florida?
What?
Stars above, keep our love alive. Shine tonight, for the morning on starlight. Weight of life, so hard to bear. Gravity fills the aging air.
Okay. Speedy Cake, you're banned. All right. You're absolutely banned. And I have to deny this because I am convinced that this shit is fucking malware, brother. First of all, you gay as fuck, boy. This shit is malware. There is absolutely, there's no way. This shit is fucking malware, bro. With that kind of voice acting, brother, that shit is malware.
Lol, I needed this laugh today, oh my gosh. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
How much
rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Nope, I am not. Nope, that shit is pure fucking malware, bro. That shit's gonna infect your soul. No, thank you. You can't unsee that. I can't unsee that. How the fuck did you find that? What is on your For You page, bro? When Steam is like, we recommend this for you, this is what came up, Speedy Cake? That's crazy, bro. I can't. Hell no. I never want to see that again, bro. Never. What? Listen, why don't you go send that to Atreus. Go send that to Atreus right now. Right now. Send that to Atreus. 100%. And Kata. Send it to Kata too. They'll like that shit. They'll like it. I mean, cake isn't a name. Bro, you got a point. All right, you got a point. You got a point. This was on a new games tab? Bro, why is this on your new games tab? This shit didn't show up on my new games tab. Now it's going to. Now it's going to, man. Fuck. Why'd you send this to me? And bro, they have the audacity to be like, this is an early access video game. You don't say. You don't say that it's an early access game. You don't say. Okay. Interesting. And they have a double audacity to be part of the publisher sale for Krafton. Wow. Okay. I guess. Anyway, thank you, sir. I appreciate the laugh. I'm sure everybody had a great time with that in the chat. I appreciate it. Let's get into the final
Help,
topic.
I need eye bleachers. This made me spit out my beer. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji.
Bro, it's crazy. It's so crazy. That shit was cursed, bro. I don't ever want to see that again. That was a cursed, crazy thing. It is what it is. All right, boys, listen. Before we get to the final topic, there's one thing I want to quickly touch on. And that's two things. I know I said one thing, but leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, guys, number one, really fast. These are like super fast topics. Number one, Steam controller. Okay? Steam controller. If you did not get your Steam controller, if you haven't ordered it yet, if you're not in queue for it or whatever.
Smack Speedy Cake with newspaper. No.
You need to do something with Speedy Cake because it's crazy. Raza, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that very much. If you did not get your Steam controller yet, can we watch it again? No. No, I will not watch it for anything less than a Red Boy. $100 Red Boy, and I'll watch it again. But that's not going to happen, so it's fine. Guys, if you haven't ordered your Steam controller, okay? And if you're not in queue for it, so basically, like, if you haven't ordered it by now, if you haven't paid for it, whatever the case would be, if you haven't done that yet, then if you do decide to order it in the future, you're not going to be able to get a Steam controller until 2027. So literally for this entire year, the Steam controller's done. Now, the interesting thing about this, the reason I want to bring it up, is because the Steam machine is rumored to have a a combo with the controller, right? So I don't know if I think it's probably because they're holding controllers back in order to partner it with the Steam machine, and that's the reason why you're not going to be able to get a controller until 2027. But I still think it's kind of insane, man. I think it's insane. Like, I think Valve should have realized how popular this controller was going to be, and to not have the to not have the hardware, I think is insane. I really do. But unfortunately, if you're just looking for that, you're not going to be able to get that. So that's number one. Okay. Number two, there was a survival video game that I don't even know if you guys even knew about. Okay, which is from Player Unknown. They had a survival video game that just finally got out of early access and finally released. But apparently the video game did so poorly, and the video game's development has been completely stopped, that they decided to release their game, officially out of early access. They decided to release their game, and they made their game free to play for everybody. So,
this super chat identify as a Red Boy.
Stop it, a kickin' donuts. Thank you for the 2, though. I appreciate it. So,
oh dear. It seems the eye bleaching test chamber was just decommissioned, ha.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Speedy Cake. Thank you, sir. So they released this game free forever, but even though they released the game for free, it is not gonna have any more development. So this is a weird situation because it's like this game was such a failure for them that instead of like not releasing it and trying to get some sort of break on it, they just decided to release it the way that it is. So it might be broken, but they decided to release it the way that it is, and they're not going to update this game whatsoever. But at least it's free, so there you go. There you go. I think you're underestimating how bad the current hardware situation is rather than Valve did it account for it. Yeah, but most of the hardware situation has to do with hardware that the controller doesn't even utilize that much, if at all. I feel like the controller was the one thing they definitely could have got into it in a surplus, especially since I think people are more likely to use the controller than anything else. But who knows? Maybe they were saving it for the Steam machine. Maybe they were saving it. Yeah, it's the same people that made PUBG, yeah. But I never heard of this game whatsoever. Never heard of this game. This game apparently is called Prologue Go Way Back. Never heard of this game. In all actuality, let's see. Really quick, since we're already here. Prologue. Wait, what? Why did I misspell this? Hold on. Prologue. There we go. Go Way Back. Let me see this game. I've never seen this game. Yeah, I like the music. Burnable clothing. I wonder why they gave up on this. I mean, it seems like there was a lot of effort put into it. I wonder why they gave up on it. Trey Burkhalter, this game is called Prologue A Way Back. And it's a survival video game that was being made by Player Unknown. The developers just recently announced that they are going to stop development on this game. And the game was in early access, so they decided to release the game out of early access into full release. But instead of charging money for the game, they made it free to play for everybody to play. So, but they're never going to update the game again. So the game has no active development. It's never going to get another update ever again. But they made it free for everybody to play in full release. And I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of curious why they decided to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. Oh, that's happened to me a lot. What was that video game that I played it on PlayStation when it was free ages ago. Is it called like Firewatch or something like that? It's like it's kind of similar to this, where you're like out in the wilds and shit. You play as like a wilderness the fuck do they call that? Wilderness I don't know, man. I forgot the name of it, but it's Firewatch, right? It's not Free Fire. No, not Free Fire. I think it's Firewatch. It's like kind of like Firewatch, yeah. At least this part was anyway. When he brought out the maps and shit, it kind of felt like Firewatch. I never got into Firewatch personally. Yeah, Park Ranger. There you go, Park Ranger. Yeah, I never really got into it. I tried it for a little bit. I think I played for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not good. Because I heard that, and it's crazy because I hear like it's a pretty short video game, but I was playing it for a few hours and. I don't know. I was running around the world and exploring it and shit like that. I heard it was really good. I heard it had like a really good story to it, but I just really wasn't that into it, which is crazy because I'm actually I like video games like that. You've platinum Firewatch? Oh shit, damn. All right, so close your ears then. I played games like that, and normally, I kind of like it if it has a good story, good atmosphere. But for some reason, Firewatch, I don't know. I just wasn't into. Maybe I'll give it a chance again. I think I have it on Steam. Is it on Steam? Firewatch was such a freaking letdown. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was let down by it too. I think Firewatch is on Steam, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it is on Steam. Damn, this shit's $20. I do have it in my library though. I do have it in my library. Yeah, this thing.
I found a little trowel. Maybe I should take it with me. Use it to pop open beers.
Wow. 99% sure that's for burying poop.
Maybe I'll griftcast this game one day to give myself an excuse to finish it. Maybe I'll change my mind on it if I do that. I don't know.
And I'm holding it.
Maybe drop it?
What's in this cave down here?
NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous. You're in it, aren't you?
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
Damn it. That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off.
I'll see what I can do.
You think you'll take to it? Being out here? The isolation gets to people. I don't talk to the other lookouts as much as I talk to you.
I remember this trailer, and I'm like, this shit looks really interesting. It looks really interesting, like, because it starts to get really dark. You start realizing, like, there's something else going on here other than just a happy-go-lucky story about a park ranger. Like, there's something else in there. I know it's got a little bit of cringe jokes and shit like that, but it really starts to make itself known.
Not in the same way.
What makes me so special?
2 young women have been reported missing. You're probably the last person to have seen them.
Hey, you fucking kids!
Somebody cut the comms.
What?
I'm out here and the wire is cut clean through.
Wait, you're already there? You're not in your tower?
No, I'm not.
Then who is?
Oh. See, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I was like, that was so cool. But then I don't know. I played the game and I'm like, I'm really not into it. I don't know. Maybe I have to. Maybe I have to give it another chance. Maybe this is the sign from the universe to give it another chance. I never even thought about this game since I played it last, and it was so many years ago. Maybe I have to like give it another shot. I don't know. I might have to force myself to griftcast it so that I can actually finish it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Tech the Drifter says, nah, bro, boring as fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes these video games, you end up going back and you're like, oh, it actually wasn't so bad. You know? Wasn't so bad. Or whatever you can. It's a good game if you have a buzz. Well, the problem is I don't drink, so I'm never going to have a buzz, unfortunately. So there's that. Kind of have to throw that out. It's not going to happen. First world problems. All right, Tiger King, relax. Maybe you weren't in the right mindset. I mean, I'm not trying to be in any mindset. It was just like gaming mindset, you know? Walking sims don't really hook you unless they're sci-fi or some detective type shit. I mean, I tend to like video games like that as long as they do have a good story. It has to be a good story. Like, if you have a walking sim with a shit story, it's never going to work. Never going to fucking work, you know? You'll watch me play it. Hey, Ahmad dropped 50 memberships. So I got to listen to that, man. That man said he'll watch me play it. I'll do it. I'm just kidding. Ahmad, yeah, I might play it. I don't know. We'll see. Remind me. Tiger King being a hater again. It's okay. We watch and we love Tiger King. All right? More like Fire's Eye. There you go. You'll smoke a bowl and see if you like it. Well, I don't smoke or drink, so there you go. Hypno, have I played Wolf Among Us season? I have not played Wolf Among Us, no. I have not. I've not played Wolf Among Us. I know people want me to. I have not. Never seemed interesting to me personally. But I know people praise the shit out of it. I know they're like, oh, it's such an amazing game. Like, I know that. Me personally, it never was interesting to me. All right, guys, let's do the last topic. We're going to talk about this lawsuit with Obsidian because it's pretty funny. Let me pause the TTS. Let me check Rumble. I think we're good. We are good. Perfect. All right, boys. You guys ready for this shit? You guys ready for this? This motherfucker. Look at what he said. Hold on.
You keep saying Ahmad dropped 50 subs. Which one?
This guy is making fun of the way I say Ahmad. Or Ahmad. He's like, a mod. Fuck you, late plug. All right? Stop making fun of me. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. What was the Final Fantasy topic? Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Fuck. All right, we're going to be in here for a long haul. All right, boys. All right, we got 2 more topics. Boys. Hold on. 2 more topics. This is what happens when we start talking. We have too much fun. I tend to forget. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. We're going to talk about the Final Fantasy Cope after this. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about Maximilian's interesting take on Final Fantasy and why it's, you know, I don't personally agree with it. All right, boys. Let's talk about the Obsidian lawsuit. So apparently, and you guys know how I feel about Obsidian. Apparently, they are now being sued. Now, there is a lot of chaos going on with Xbox. We already know that. Obsidian is an Xbox studio, in case you guys are not aware of that, which I'm sure most of you are. But they are being sued. The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed Studio Obsidian is facing a class action lawsuit over allegations of supposed systemic pattern of wage and hour violations, which it obviously denies. So these are people that seemingly have worked for Obsidian in the past, and they have decided to get together and try to sue Obsidian. Crazy story, not something that I ever thought was going to happen. Obsidian denied each and every allegation. Obviously, that's going to be pretty much up there. So let's talk about it. As highlighted by a Reddit user, Mackenzie, on PC Gaming subreddit, this case isn't actually a totally new one technically. It appears to have flown under the radar for the last few months. In fact, it first kicked off in October of last year, but an amended class action complaint filed on January 12, 2026 by a plaintiff who is listed in the Outer Worlds 2's credits as a QA lead. Okay, so they just recently worked on a recent game. Interesting. Outlines the allegations in full. It says that it's alleged that Obsidian increased their profits by violating state wage and hour laws, by failing to pay all wages, including minimum wages and overtime wages, including those due upon separation of employment, and pay wages in a timely manner during employment to the plaintiff and class members. By the way, this is Obsidian, right? The same Obsidian that people are trying to convince us is so successful, right? The same Obsidian that people try to say Avowed was so successful, was an amazing video game. It was loved by everybody. The same people that call you grifters if you try to point out the fact that those games did not do well. Well, apparently they were allegedly not paying people on time. I wonder why that is. Anyway, other allegations include failure to provide lawful meal periods or compensation in lieu thereof, or lawful rest breaks, and failure to reimburse necessary business-related costs and provide accurate, itemized wage statements to those claimed to be affected. Now, to be clear, the class is defined as an all persons currently or formerly employed by any or all defendants as non-exempt employees in the state of California at any time between October 9, 2021 and the date of the class certification, with Turner also aiming to certify all members of the class who separated their employment with any or all defendants at any time between October 9th, 2022, and the date of class certification. The lawsuit seeks monetary relief for those allegedly affected to recover, among other things, unpaid wages, unreimbursed business expenses, benefits, interest, attorney fees, costs, and expenses, as well as penalties pursuant to the alleged labor code violations and Code of California Civil Procedure. Now, guys, I got to be honest with you, man. It ain't looking good, okay? Because I don't know what kind of profits they're looking to get from Obsidian. I don't think they're going to find many, okay? If you looked at the performance of their recent video games, I don't really think that's many profits to be had there. I think they're pretty much probably in the negative, and they're one of those studios that are, in fact, being subsidized by Microsoft just because of their name, right? Because when it comes to Obsidian, Obsidian is just like Bungie in the sense that they survive based off what they did in the past. They all have that one thing that they're known for. They all have that one thing that everybody remembers them for, and everything else doesn't mean a fucking thing, right? It's like super average, super mid, or subpar, right? Everybody knows Obsidian for Fallout New Vegas, right? Everybody knows them. Just like everybody knows Bungie for Halo, right? Everybody knows them for that. So they ride on that, and every time they advertise a new video game, what do? They always advertise it as from the makers of New Vegas, right? Or from the makers of Halo. Like they always ride on the coattails of their fucking like, you know, most known video games. Yeah, and KOTOR too, exactly. So they're known for those things. But unfortunately for them, their latest endeavors haven't exactly been very good. You know, the Outer Wilds 2, what did that game even do? What did that game even do, Outer Wilds 2? I don't even remember. I just know it didn't do that well. But anyway, Obsidian filed a response to this in early March in which it denies generally and specifically each and every allegation that's laid out and requested that the complaint be dismissed in its entirety with prejudice. It put forth 38 points of defense or affirmative defense, including claims that the complaint fails to state facts sufficient to constitute valid claims against defendant which of relief can be granted. and that the plaintiff and any alleged class members or aggrieved employees consented to or was acquiesced in the alleged conduct by defendant of which plaintiff now complains. Since then, the case has been pretty quiet per the Superior Court of California, County of Orange Register of Actions. The last update apparently came the day after the aforementioned response was filed and was a payment of $1,435, seemingly consisting of a complex case fee and a fee for answer or other first paper. Man, boys, this is not good. I don't really know if anything's going to come from this because let's be real, like usually these class action lawsuits, they really don't tend to go anywhere. And when they do go somewhere, the settlement, once it's split up between everybody involved in the class action lawsuit, it really doesn't amount to anything. They're usually just something that these lawyers tend to go after companies for because it's easy money for them and barely any money for anybody that benefits from the win of the lawsuit, right? It's barely anything. So I don't really know what's going to come from this. I just find this all to be very interesting. And I got to be honest with you, this is a really bad time for this to happen. Because again, Obsidian is one of those studios that people are discussing whether or not Xbox is going to keep them around. And I got to be real with you, I think they will. I think they view, like I said earlier, I think they view Obsidian as one of those studios that's worth subsidizing, just like PlayStation views Bungie as one of those studios that are worth subsidizing, because they want to keep the studios around simply because of their legacy and their namesake and what they were known for, not necessarily what they've put out. They will always pretend like these studios are the most amazing thing ever. They put out the most amazing games ever because they want people to remember and think about the better time that these studios had better games. They don't want to talk about the more recent games, so they'll always try to deflect as much as possible. But yeah, I don't think they're going to give up these studios. And yeah, I agree, Hamar. I actually liked Outer Worlds 1. I thought Outer Worlds 1 was decent. There were moments where I was like, this is pretty fucking mid, but I think it's like barely above mid. Like for the most part, Outer Worlds wasn't that bad of a video game. It was a little bit short, but it wasn't that bad of a game. Outer Worlds 2, I never played because I just really wasn't into it. Really wasn't interested. It's one of those games that I'll buy it when it's like $5 on sale. But it's not like after playing the first one, I was like, I'm good. I don't want to go out and buy the second one. Like I'm okay. And Avowed, obviously I reviewed Avowed. I did complete Avowed, and it was an experience. I'll just say that. And you know what's sad with Avowed? Avowed was plagued by one of the issues that I always say. You guys already know what I'm going to say. One of the issues, the top issue in the gaming industry, in entertainment as a whole, and that's bad writers. Avowed was plagued with an awful fucking story. It was an awful story. Like, it actually had, listen, I'll say this. Avowed had fun exploration. All right. It was actually fun to run around the map and find all the little knickknacks and shit and find the gear. And like, it was actually fun. They did a really good job with the level design and the exploration. It was really, really good. The side quests were pretty decent also. But in terms of like the main story and the driving force behind you playing the game, it was fucking awful. I hated it. I could not stand it. And it had such super cringe dialogue that bro, I swear to God, I nearly fell asleep multiple times during multiple streams when I was playing that game. It was really that bad. And then the combat, bro, all the people that were praising the combat, the shills that were praising the combat in Avowed, I have to question if we played the same game. Because that fucking game had the most basic bitch combat I've ever seen in my entire life. I ended up developing a build that I did all on my own. I didn't look up any guides or anything. I developed a build that allowed me to stun lock pretty much any enemy in 1 or 2 hits. I was able to stun lock them and then perform a stun specific super hit and then stun lock them again and then super hit them. They were unable to fight me back. If you don't believe me, you could go watch my build on the streams. They're still up on the gaming channel. It was ridiculous. And then bosses, I can stun lock bosses in like 3 or 4 hits. After 3 or 4 charge hits, they were stunned, and it was the easiest thing in the fucking. It was awful. It was so awful. And obviously, I know you can increase the difficulty and stuff like that, but it doesn't change the fundamental aspects of the combat, which really wasn't great. Wasn't Avowed the game where the NPCs basically all stood around? Yeah. The NPCs were not alive whatsoever. They just literally just sat there. They just sat there. It was a game where all the basic physics that have been around in video games like theirs were completely gone. You know, they were comparing Avowed to some older video games like Oblivion, for example, and Oblivion had better physics. It's crazy. It was just, you could clearly see that Avowed was rushed. you can clearly see that they probably were in development hell and they decided to rush the game and just get it out there. And what they put out there just wasn't great. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It was so aggressively fucking mid. It was slightly below mid. I'm good. I'm good. I never want to play another Avowed. Which, by the way, there was rumors. I didn't even bother bringing it up, but there was rumors that there was an Avowed 2, that they're working on an Avowed 2, and apparently there's rumors that that game has been canceled already. Now, again, it's all rumors. We don't know for sure, but it's like, why would you make it Avowed 2 when the first one fucking flopped? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's basically it for the Obsidian story. And, you know, if there's any more information about this in the future, I will obviously let you guys know and we'll follow up on it. But for right now, that's all we got on that. All right, let me check Rumble really quick. Rumble, I think we're good. And I don't think anything came in for the TTS, so I think we're good. All right, final story, like actual final story. We're going to talk about this clip that's going around on social media right now featuring Maximilian. Now, I know of Maximilian. I don't watch his content, but I know of him. I'm not going to pretend like I don't know of Maximilian. I think everybody knows Maximilian at this point. He's been around forever. But I saw this post that's making the rounds with, ironically, a Tifa profile picture because, of course, right? And it said he is spitting 100% complete facts. It's always been just a vocal minority that chooses to be toxic. And I'll never be gaslit into believing it's this massive 50-50 divide that grifters try to paint it as. So naturally, I'm curious. Right? This has to do with Final Fantasy VII Remake or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? I was immediately curious because I'm like, okay, so this is going to be a situation where we have somebody defending Rebirth, right? And it's fine. If you like, I've said this so many times, if you like the remakes, that's fine. But you liking the remakes is not going to suddenly downplay what so many people who are fans of the original Final Fantasy VII have a big problem with, right? And this is what this kind of stuff actually does. They try to downplay what everybody's talking about. They try to muddy the waters. They try to pretend as if, you know, it's just the grifters who are mad about this. The grifters. And by saying grifters, you're essentially implying that those people never played Final Fantasy VII. That's what you're essentially implying. We all know that's true. That's not true, right? We all know that's that fucking bullshit. But anyway, so let's see what he actually said, and then we'll go into it because I'm not just gonna go based off the comment, you know, quote tweeting him. Let's see.
F the haters. I mean, I get it if games like have people that are disappointed with it, but the reality of the situation is that this is the best reviewing JRPG. This is the best reviewing Square Enix game. It's the only ones that have ever been nominated for Game of the Year in the past 20 plus years. Like, people are allowed to not like it, you know, but to make it seem like they're the majority, you're not, like, at all. Like, very large majority of people, like, are really into this shit.
Okay, so there's a lot wrong here. There's a lot wrong here that I think that he is either purposefully not talking about, or maybe he just is not thinking about when he's talking about this. I know what people say about Maximilian being a shill and all that stuff. I don't care about that. I want to focus on the "you're not the majority" conversation, okay? Because here's the thing about the "you're not a majority" conversation, all right? Number one, the majority of gamers don't fucking care about whether or not a video game got a high review from Access Media. Nobody cares, right? They also don't care if they love a video game, they're not going to care whether or not it gets nominated for Game of the Year. Since when is that talking points about whether or not the vast majority of people are for or against something? Just because something is nominated for Game of the Year doesn't mean the vast majority of gamers are for or against it. You want to know why? It's because when a game gets nominated for Game of the Year, it wasn't nominated by gamers. It was nominated 90%, that's the actual number, 90% by the Access Media. The Access Media are the ones that nominated video games for Jeff Keighley's Game of the Year. They're the ones that do that, not the gamers, right? The gamers only get to vote at a 10% ratio. The journalists and the Access Media get a 90% ratio on their vote. So the gamers' votes really don't matter unless they far outweigh the journals' votes, even at 90%, which again is most likely not going to happen for the majority of the video games. So with all that being said, to claim that this game got nominated for Game of the Year and that means the vast majority of gamers love it, that's just factually not true. That's completely bullshit. That's number one. Number two, you're comparing about like the reviews, right? Even on Steam, because I know some people said, oh, the game has really good reviews on Steam and all that stuff. Okay, that might be true. But here's the thing about this, and I'm gonna bring it up actually. Hold on. Let's go to SteamDB really quick. And let's bring this up. Just so that we have it as we're talking about this, okay? Actually, it's really not that great. 74% is not that great. But anyway, we'll talk about it. So high reviews, right? 31,000 reviews. Here's the problem with this, okay? Pretty decent number. Could have been better, though. Should have been better. But anyway, the problem with this and the whole like, oh, you know, most people who played it liked it. Most people who played it liked it. What you're not accounting for when it comes to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, by saying that the vast majority of people that played it liked it, the reason why that statement is true, but also disingenuous, is because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sold half of what Final Fantasy Remake sold. The reason why Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sold half of what Remake sold is because people caught on to the bait and switch after they played Remake. So when they played Remake, naturally, they're not going to want to buy Rebirth, most likely, at least not day one anyway. They're not going to buy it day one, and they're not going to buy it most likely in general because they already know about the fucking bait and switch. So, yeah, obviously, most of the people, or vast majority of people that played it liked the game, but you're not including the millions of people that didn't buy the game. You're not including that. What about, so those people don't get a voice? The people who bailed on the game don't get a voice? They bailed on it for a reason. There's millions of people that chose not to buy the second game. And for all intents and purposes, I'll be real with you, that all counts as negative reviews in my opinion. Because since those people chose not to buy the second game, that means that they didn't view it as worth it to buy the second game because of their experience with the first game. That sounds like a negative review to me, buddy. That sounds like hashtag more of us, exactly. See, the thing is, once you start including all the people that didn't buy the second game who bought the first game, you realize that the majority of people, or a large amount of people, actually are unhappy with Rebirth. Or they're unhappy with where the remakes are going. But when you don't factor in those people, of course the numbers seem skewed in your favor. And even when you do, even without those people, you're still at a 74% on Steam. So 25% of the people didn't like the game. That's a large amount of people. And those are people that actually bought the game. Anyway, not only that, it's already been admitted. It doesn't really matter how you want to spin this. It doesn't matter about the Game of the Year stuff. It doesn't matter about... Journos loved it, so that means that only the grifters hate it, brother. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth falls short of sales expectations. It didn't even hit the sales that Square Enix had for it because people checked out. People checked out. Again, there are things that people like about Final Fantasy remakes. There are things that I like about Final Fantasy Remake. I actually like a lot of things in the Final Fantasy VII remakes, but the problem with the remakes for me, as somebody who unfortunately for this situation has experienced the original game, is that what they did with the story and where they're going with it and this multiversal shit that I've complained about for I don't even know how many fucking streams. What they did with the story is abysmal, in my opinion. If they would have did everything else that they've done with this game but left the story alone, my rating of this game would be totally different. And you can call it grifter all you want, but the whole reason why this game upsets me the way that it does is because I have the passion for this series. I actually like this series a lot. This series has my childhood through and through. I love this series. So your claims of grifter don't mean a fucking thing. None of these people, whenever they say grifter, it means literally nothing. It goes in one ear, out the other. I legit don't give a fuck. But it's the reason is the story. It'll always be the story. This multiversal nonsense they're doing with like Zack and shit and Aerith. Is she alive? Is she not alive? Is she dead? Is she like Super Saiyan in her afterlife? Who really fucking knows anymore? But this like Kingdom Hearts wannabe multiversal shit is so fucking gay. It's so annoying. And as someone who's a fan of the original story, and I view the story as damn near perfect, I completely checked out on it. Not only that, from a gameplay perspective, no offense, or actually all the offense, because I don't really give a fuck. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is literally bloatware, okay? It's literally fucking bloatware. What they did was they took a small segment of the original video game, stretched it out farther than Bonnie Blue's vagina. They stretched that shit out so goddamn far I can hear echoes, and they filled it with mini games that were required in like the first 7 chapters of the game. And then only after that, only after the first 7 chapters, do you finally get away from the whole like nonsense about required mini games. But bro, it got to a point where I was like, why the fuck are you requiring a mini game after every goddamn chapter to get to the next one? It's so stupid. It really is. Like, if you want to do the mini games in the Golden Saucer, that's fine. Perfectly fine. That's expected, right? You go, like, if you go to the Golden Saucer, you're going there to play the mini games, just like it was in the original game, just like it is in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, you go there for the mini games. But the fact that you're doing it with every chapter in the beginning, bro, that tells me that you were forcibly trying to delay people from getting through the game quickly. You were forcibly slowing down the pacing of the game with nonsense. You really were. So that killed the game for me as well. And it was just a slog fest to get through. And then once you finally get to the end, you know, it is what it is. You get that whole, like, another boss battle with Sephiroth. All these boss battles with Sephiroth that never happened in the first game. He was this enigmatic figure in the first game that you don't even really physically meet until the end, when you realize his body was frozen in the fucking crater up north, and then all of a sudden he becomes Super Saiyan Sephiroth and shit like that once he's infused with the live stream. Anyway, the point is, what they did with this story is nonsense, okay? And I'm not saying from a gameplay perspective the game is bad. I think the game, like, the combat's pretty fun. Even though it's action-oriented, it does have, like, this turn-based style to it, where it has the strategy slowdown effect, where you can, like, slow everything down and really pick your next move and kind of treat it like a turn-based game. I like that. I thought that was cool. That was a nice little fusion of different combat systems, so that's cool. The graphics are obviously beautiful. The game is beautiful. The world is beautiful. The redesign of everything is beautiful. It's gorgeous. But all that aside, you can have all that pretty paint, but that pretty paint has to be pushed by a strong story. That's the whole point of these Final Fantasy series. And if you don't have a strong story, or in this scenario, you take a strong story, you fuck it up, I mean, it really is a shame. It is a shame. So that's the reason why I personally don't like it. And again, I don't hate people that do like the remakes. I think a lot of people that I've spoken to that like the remakes have only played the remakes. There are people that do like the remakes that played the original as well, and that's fine. That's fine, but I'm tired of these fucking people coming out here and trying to downplay the people who dislike the game and calling them grifters, when those people that dislike the game probably know a hell of a lot more about the fucking game and the series and the story than they do. And they'll just try to like downplay you as a grifter, like, oh, you're just a grifter. That fucking word has no meaning anymore. It just literally means nothing. It means nothing. So that's basically it. I mean, again, like, to claim that because it's reviewed well and because they got nominated for Game of the Year and all that nonsense, I heavily disagree with that. And to claim to be a majority, man, that's some real strong ego. That's some strong ego. You are abandoning the millions upon millions of people that didn't buy the game. Clearly. In case you need a reminder, falls short of sales. And we all know, by the way, that when it comes to corporate speak, when a company says falls short of sales, you know what that means, right? That's not like, oh, we were aiming for 5 million and we got 4.8. No, that's not what it means. It means we were aiming for 5 million and we got felted and we only got like 1.5 or 2 million. That's exactly what it means. This game has sold well below what the first one did. And that's because a bait and switch only works one time. You can only bait and switch people one time. That's it. Why do you think Hideo Kojima didn't bait and switch people with Metal Gear Solid after Metal Gear Solid 2? Why do you think he was upfront about who you were going to be playing as for the remainder of the Metal Gear Solid series after the bait and switch of the second one? It's because the bait and switch only works one time. It only works one time, boys. So that's basically it. I think it's fucked up to ignore the people that didn't buy the game, because that tells the whole story, in my opinion. It tells the whole story of the people. Let me see. I mean, these games tend to do pretty even on Steam. It doesn't show the whole, like, because this game came out so late on Steam. Let me see. Yeah, see, this game came out so fucking late. But look, there are more people playing this game than Rebirth. Because there are more people buying this game over time. So even though it had a smaller concurrent number because this game took forever to come out on PC, Rebirth, let me go back to Rebirth, has less people actively playing the game, and it's a more bloated game. There's actually more to do in Rebirth than there is Remake. But there's more people playing Remake. And look, there's more sales. There's more sales. Estimated 754 to 1.28. And then you got Final Fantasy Remake Integrate. Even though it has a lower number. More sales, 2 million. 2 million. And that's just on Steam. That's just on Steam alone. That's not including PlayStation. And you know what the great thing about Steam is? Is even though Steam doesn't tell the whole story, because it doesn't, what it does is showcase patterns. It showcase buying habits, and it showcase player patterns. So it showcases that people said, you know what? I don't feel the need to want to buy the second game because the first game showed me everything that this whole remake series is about. I don't need to pursue it, which is why even on Steam, Rebirth sold estimated half or less than half. And that's on Steam, which tells me that it's most likely following something very similar on PlayStation. I would bet money on it. Actually, yeah, I would bet money on it because it's already been confirmed. So, again, that's all it is. Again, I have no hate towards Maximilian. Don't watch his content. Don't care. I'm just tired of people trying to pass it off as like, oh, we're the majority. We all like it. You guys are fucking chuds because you don't like it because you just don't have any real arguments. No. We have arguments. You just don't want to listen to them. You just don't care to listen to them. You want to pass it off as like whatever. You know, the arguments are real. They're there. And they're coming from people that enjoyed the original series. And I get it. I understand. He's like supposedly an Access Media guy, whatever, it's fine. But like don't try to fucking pass it off as like all people just want to do is hate. Nobody wanted to hate it. Bro, nobody wanted to hate the remake series. Let me make this very clear. For the people in the back, okay? For the people that are all the way in the fucking back. Let me make sure you hear this part. When the Final Fantasy VII Remake series was finally announced, when it was being teased at the PlayStation 4 tech demo, I think it was the PS4 tech demo, or maybe it was PS5. I don't remember. I think it was PS4, pretty sure. When it was being teased as a tech demo, and they used the Final Fantasy VII series to tech demo the technology, people immediately started running crazy with the idea that they were going to remake Final Fantasy VII. Everybody wanted a Final Fantasy VII remake. People were losing their fucking minds at the thought of the remake being real. It was PS4, right? Yeah, okay, it was PS4. People were losing their minds. I lost my fucking mind. I was like, holy shit, they're finally doing it. They're actually doing it. People lost their minds. And then we got it, and not only did we get a multiversal, nonsensical, fucked up story, but then we found out that you guys are turning these games into 3 different fucking games. That's another thing that people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about the fact that not only did you fuck up the story, but that you said, we're going to take the OG and we're going to milk this shit. We're going to milk this shit for 3 video games. This is one of the biggest, like, dropping of the ball from any company ever. Square Enix dropped the ball on the Final Fantasy VII Remake. They dropped the ball. It didn't have to be this way. But they're the reasons why that it is the way that it is. Because they want to listen to their fucking consultants where they're like, hey, you need to subvert expectations. Nobody wants the same old, tired, boring story. Brother. Oh my God, I hate these people. I hate these people. Anyway. So that's basically it, man. That's all I really got to say about it. Again, no hatred towards Maximilian. Don't fucking care like that. I'm just disagreeing with the statements that are being made in this initial post and in this video as well. I think that's basically it. Oh, damn, they're calling him out. If that were the case, the game wouldn't have underperformed. Why did Final Fantasy VII Remake 7 million sales within a year reduce to 2 million for Rebirth? because it's part 2 of a connected story that released exclusively on a system that was a few years into its life compared to the entry point that released when there was 100 plus million install base already. What are you talking about, brother? What are you oh my God, bro. What are you talking about? I'm so sick of this excuse about install base. I really am so sick of it. These people all the time use install base as an excuse for why the sequels are not doing as well. I'm so fucking sick of it, bro. Especially when PlayStation 5 is at like 90 million units now. It's at 90 million fucking units now. Or 85 million, something like that. So at what point do we stop using install base as a fucking excuse? If the game was good and people actually wanted it, they would have chose that game over whatever else they chose. This whole nonsense about install base gets ignored when it's video games that people actually want to buy. Do you think that Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to sell as much as Grand Theft Auto 5 because of the install base? Do you think that's going to happen? Or do you think that the install base argument is going to be thrown out the water when people are out there buying Grand Theft Auto 6 in droves? What's going to happen there? You know? I'm so sick of it, bro. People always bring this shit up and they think it's like this massive fucking own. It's insane. Anyway, so that's basically it, boys. Interesting topic about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. And the topic, I'll say this, the topic's going to come back to life when Final Fantasy VII Revelation comes out. When that comes out, people are going to treat it like this is the greatest thing ever. Oh my God. This is peak. It's peak. It's so peak. The story's so peak. It's so amazing. Zach's alive, guys. Oh my God, Zach's alive. They did it. Zach's alive. Aerith's alive. It's one big happy family. Aerith is getting fucked by Zach now instead of Cloud, and people are happy about it now. Oh my God. Tifa could get railed by Barrett now. Yay. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck. You know Zach's gonna be alive, right? Or they're gonna subvert expect. You know what they're gonna do? Here's what I have a feeling of what they're gonna do, right? What they're gonna do is they're gonna keep Zach alive. They're going to keep him alive all the way to the end so that he can help you fight Sephiroth, right? Bizarro Sephiroth or Seraph Sephiroth. I never say it right. Seraph, whatever. The fucking Angel Sephiroth, right? And that's if they even put Angel Sephiroth in the game, which I'm sure they probably will. And then they'll have Zack help you fight Sephiroth at the end, right? And they'll have Aerith help you fight probably Sephiroth at the end as well. And then after all that's done, what's going to happen is that by killing that Sephiroth, that version of Sephiroth, what that's going to do is that's going to close the other timelines and it's going to bring everything back to normal. And they're going to say, see, we respected the original story. See, we didn't change anything. See, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Rebirth sales tell a whole story. I know. We know Hypnotic doesn't like fun. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I don't like fun, boys. I don't like fun because it's so fun seeing a story that I really, really enjoy get bastardized left and right. Yeah, it's super fun. It's so fun. And then Sora wakes up, bro. And then you see Kingdom Hearts 4 logo. You see Kingdom Hearts 4 logo just show up at the end of Final Fantasy VII Revelation. The revelation is that you were playing a whole world inside of Kingdom Hearts 4. That's crazy, bro. That is insane. The one thing I will say is that I'm curious if, and this is just like the nerd in me, I'm curious if they have the balls to do Supernova in Final Fantasy VII Revelation, right? So if you fight Seraph Sephiroth, right? If you fight him, will they actually have him do Supernova? And if you guys don't know what Supernova is, it is one of the longest running animations ever in like video game history. I mean, the only thing longer than that is like Knights of the Round. You know? Actually, let me see if I can show you. Bro, this shit was insane. Let's go down memory lane. Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth. Hold on. Sephiroth, Supernova. Bro, this shit's fucking pure retardation. This thing is so ridiculous. Look at this. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this, bro. Look at this. Bro. Bro, do you understand? Like, bro, imagine, hold on, time out. You know how old this is? Bro, Pluto was still a planet. Pluto was still a fucking planet back when this game was made. Bro, listen, do you understand it's like a fucking teenager playing this game? Yes, 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute long cutscene. Bro, seriously, do you understand how, as a teenager playing this shit, you are battling this enemy that you think you have a chance against, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker casts a spell that is 2+ minutes long? You're watching a movie. You're watching 2 minutes before you get felted as a fucking little kid. Imagine that. You're sitting there and you're like, wait a second. Did this guy just summon a comet? Did he just summon a comet? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is, no, it's not a comet. It's a fucking supernova sun. What's happening here? Wait. And then you realize, oh, he starts obliterating the galaxy? He starts obliterating the galaxy, and then they have the audacity. Listen, they have the audacity. Think about these fucking Japanese people. They had the audacity to have a 2-minute plus cutscene of the entire galaxy being destroyed by this motherfucker supernova, and you're still alive at the end? Brother, pack the game up. There's nothing to even save at this point. This man destroyed the whole galaxy. We're all dead. The game's over. And then, even worse, he does it again. He does supernova multiple times throughout the battle. I think like twice. I mean, like, bro, the game's over. Stop it. Look at this. Look at Pluto. Gone, bro. Bro. Look at this. Brother, look at this shit. Saturn, gone. Bro, Jupiter. He literally gave anal to Jupiter. Look at this shit. Gone. Brother, and I'm sitting there as a kid like, yeah, I got this. Yeah, I got this, bro. It's fine. It's fine. It's no problem. They were fine. Bro, look at this shit. Brother, Mercury melted. Bro, Venus, gone. Bro, this guy's pushing the fucking sun, bro. He's pushing the sun. He's about to obliterate the planet with the fucking sun. And you mean to tell me that the battle's still going? Bro. Look at this shit. How are you supposed to feel as a kid? You see what I'm saying? Like, so guys, this is part of the reason why I have such a major problem with the Final Fantasy remakes. Just to go back to that story, the reason why I have such a problem with the Final Fantasy remakes is because when you get to this point in the original Final Fantasy 7, right? When you get to this point, it is earned. It is earned. The entire time Sephiroth is fucking with you throughout the game. You never actually meet him. His actual body is in the northern crater. He's actually been utilizing a projection to essentially, with Genova, to essentially trick you into doing what he wants you to do so that he can become a fucking god, right? And it literally happens. He wants to absorb the live stream so that he can become a god. That's the entire point. So he's an enigmatic figure that you're essentially chasing throughout the entire game. And then the revelation is that you never actually saw him or physically dealt with him at any point throughout the game. So then when you finally get to this point where you meet him and you fight him, you are fighting him as essentially a god. And then you see his power and you see what he's capable of. And it's like, dude, what the it's just mind-blowing. But unfortunately, all of that gets thrown away when in these remakes, you fight Sephiroth every single time. You fight Sephiroth in the first game, technically. Well, I mean, technically you're fighting Fate. But you know what I mean. In the second game, you fight him with Aerith. You know? It completely kills the mysticism. It kills like the whole, I don't know, the mystery behind it, you know? Again, that's all in my opinion, but I'm just a fucking grifter, I guess. Look at this shit, bro. This guy literally eats the sun, bro. He just lets the sun go past him. Bro. I mean, bro, look at this. This is fucking insanity. Insanity. So, at the very least, what I hope is that this actually happens. What I hope is that they showcase this in the remakes at the bare fucking minimum, bro. At the bare minimum, can you please do this? Can you please at least make Supernova epic again? Can you like get felted by that? You know what I'm saying? That looks expensive. I mean, it's crazy. You know, at the bare minimum, do this, you know? Yes, I know, Sanguine. I know like this. I know it's psychological. I know like this is, I get that. But the point is, as a teenager, what I'm trying to tell you, like as a teenager, you're looking at this, you're like, bro, this guy's destroying the fucking galaxy. He's destroying the galaxy just to get to you. Just to get to you. You know, so it makes you realize how insane this guy is and how powerful he is, you know? Because up until this point, you never experience it. You never see his power like this. You only get little snippets here and there. Like when Sephiroth basically killed Midgar Somer and threw the snake up on the pike. Like you kind of get an idea, but that's nothing compared to this, you know? That's nothing compared to this. So anyway, that's basically it, boys. But hey, we're just grifters at the end of the day. Let's resume the TTS. Let's go. I see some shit going down in the chat. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got in the chat, man? What's going on here?
Played both, like Rebirth, but got the bloat in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't trust Max now. He defended Trans Bridget for Guilty Gear Strive and that nearly killed Guilty Gear and caused the creator to leave.
Really? Again, I don't know the lore.
GDR celebrates 10 months of membership.
GDR!
I was looking forward to the return of FF7, but the remake series is awful.
Same. I was very hyped
hate that
for
I
it.
know that once Final Fantasy Revival is released, that within a year Square is going to sell all 3 games in one package for like $120.
No, it'll be even worse. They'll sell it for the original price of the first game.
Year 1 FF7 OG sold 2 mil versus Rebirth 3 mil.
Really?
FF7 Remake is the game version of the Hobbit films.
Thank you, Mervoth. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you
The
for the
original story is what we fell in love with.
True.
The remake series of FF7 isn't FF7 except by name.
That's
Why
true, GDR.
change something that was acclaimed and a true 10 out of 10 game?
That's
They
true.
need to get their priorities straight.
Because they wanted to milk it. They wanted to milk it, and they thought nobody would stay around for the original story, so they wanted to milk it. Thank you, GDR, for the... Son of a bitch. Thank you, GDR, for the 20. I appreciate it, bro. Great Ape! Come on, it's been quiet, brother. What the fuck is that? What the... What the fuck was... Great Ape. Are you on crack? What was that? What the fuck was that? Bro.
Cuck it. Tier 2!
Did you say cuck it?
Yeah, and if you use Knights of the Round
Sonya,
on
did
him,
you
it's
say
another
cuck it?
long cut scene.
Yo, Sonya said cuck
That's
it?
a great story, Grandpa Hypno. It's time to take your meds again. Triple
Oh,
this
come
time. Your
on,
dementia
Grandpa.
is getting
Okay.
worse. We understand you were there.
My demementia, but I remember everything
That
about it. Okay,
16-bit
okay.
dude celebrates
okay.
12 months of membership, 1 freaking year.
Yo, 16-bit dude!
I have no
12
idea
months.
why the final part to the remake trilogy isn't called Reunion. That just seems it was the obvious choice and they went with Revelation.
Well, that's why they didn't do it. They didn't do... Thank you for the 5, Blackheart. They didn't do Reunion because everybody thought they were going to do Reunion. And these are the same people that love subverting expectations. They love subverting expectations. So they're like, you know what? Hey, instead of reunion, let's go with Revelation. They all clapped. They clapped amongst each other like a bunch of little fucking fairies. Unbelievable. Sonia with the $38.19 getting us to tier 2. Everybody clap. Oh shit, he freaked out. He freaked out again. He freaked out again. It looks like a horror movie. Shout out to all you guys getting us to tier 2 and Sonia finishing it off. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And actually, one last thing about Revelation. So I think the reason why they went with this multiversal story is because they wanted to tie all these spin-offs together. At least that's what I understand anyway, because the director said that Revelation is going to tie into Crisis Core, it's going to tie into Dirge of Cerberus, and it's going to tie into Advent Children. So, like, how exactly is it going to tie to all of that? Kind of doesn't make any sense to me, but it sounds like they're going to do some fuck shit. And then in the same breath, they're going to be like, yeah, we're not going to mess with the original ending. We're not going to mess with the original story. They literally said that within 1 week of each other. How the fuck is that gonna? How is that gonna happen? Didn't Dirge of Cerberus end in a cliffhanger? Yes, it ended with what the fuck's his name? Oh my god, I forget his name all the fucking time, man.
Would you say that Sonya gave Hypno the money shot?
What? No, she said cuck it. She said cuck it, bro. She said cuck it. No, not Vincent. Not Vincent. Fuck. What is his name, bro? He's Genesis. Yeah, Genesis. He's supposed to be like just as powerful as Sephiroth, or like rumored to be similar. It ended with Genesis. They returned. Genesis returned. He gained the whole the one wing angel shit, and he fucking flew off. You know, after he was revealed to come back and shit like that. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to do any of that. It would be crazy if they try to bring Genesis into this fucking game. And I really don't know. I really don't know. So Final Fantasy VII didn't really end. I mean, technically it did, right? Because we have like the 500 years later canon ending. But then there's like everything that happens in between. Because we all know that Red 13...
And now we see Hajime doing photo ops with Shuffer in a trans collaboration.
What?
We have Hot Mike behind the scenes between the two.
What? What is this lore? Bro, what is this lore? What is this lore, bro? This is unbelievable. Oh my god. And of course, this fucking creature, bro. This creature. Yes, exactly, Mickey. Red 13 looking over ruined Midgar. Technically, that's the canon ending. That's the canon ending, technically. Thank you, Hamar, for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Technically, it's the canon ending with Red 13 and his children looking over ruined Midgar, where nature has taken over Midgar again, and it's like it doesn't exist anymore. There's, you know, the city's dead and everything like that. That's the canon ending. But then there's like everything in between. Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, all that's in between. Because again, that canon ending happens 500 years after the original game, so there's a lot in between. But they're saying in Remake, that's the bad ending. How is that the bad ending? How is that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with Final Fantasy and the whole questioning shit. At this point, it's like, I have zero faith that they're going to do the story justice whatsoever because they already ruined it. It doesn't matter if they revert to what the original ending was. It doesn't matter. Like, you got two other games that are all together. You got two other games that completely fuck with the story. And like I was saying before, you guys said that they were going to charge like $120 for all three games. I don't think they're going to do that. It's going to be even more egregious. It's going to be even more egregious. They're going to like years later, they're going to sell you all three games for the same price as one game. That's what they're going to do. They're going to sell you it for like $70, $80, all three games. And it's going to be like, it's going to be called Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Collection or something like that. Something stupid. That's what they're gonna do. And it's like, wait, you couldn't do this? You couldn't do this the first time? You know? It's because they want to milk it. They're hoping to milk this for as long as they can. And then I also guarantee that they're gonna remaster them and re-release a collection on PlayStation 6 with all 3 games together in one shot. I can pretty much guarantee you that. I was thinking they would make the story open-ended, and depending on the quest you do will lead to the original ending or the revelation ending. I don't think they're going to have it be open like that. I think they're going to end it definitively in one particular way. I don't think they want to end it with multiple endings. I think they want to end it exactly, the way that they want to. However that may be, I don't know, but we'll see. Are they even connected like same save file and shit? No. No, they don't care about that. All right, boys, listen. Let's check Rumble really quick. We got some supers on Rumble. We got, let's see. Torn all with a 2. Not gonna lie, Final Fantasy VII Remake had to be dropped the whole Final Fantasy franchise. It showed me the brand degradation was being leaned into. When they can't even remake an older game properly, no point buying what I can't play. Yeah, I agree. Again, it was probably one of the biggest letdowns that I have personally experienced in a long time. I think, like, if I look back at gaming history and biggest letdowns, I would probably say it's Mass Effect 3 for the way that the story ended, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, because people like so excited for that, and it ended up just being complete shit. Or not shit, just like not what everybody thought it was going to be, and I mean, there's other examples, but again, I'm just naming the first 2 that come to my mind. There'll be a Steam bundle. Oh, there'll definitely be a Steam bundle. Think about it. One day, I don't know when, but one day, you're going to be able to buy all 3 Final Fantasy video games on Steam for like $30. Yeah, for like $30, bro. It's going to happen. Sean Sora with $1. When I saw Maximilian talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake,
I recommend everybody play Final Fantasy VII port.
There you go. Dark Obsidian, thank you for the $4.99. They actually just updated that as well. They made the controllers better and stuff like that. When I saw Maximilian talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake, he wanted it to be the original 1-to-1. But when Square said that it wasn't, he went 180 on this, and I don't know why he changed suddenly. He changed because usually people that partake in access media need to make sure that they toe the line. They have to toe the line. They can't just come out and flat out say that something disappointed them or piss them off or whatever. They can't do it. They gotta toe the line. Sean Sora with $1. Never played Final Fantasy franchise minus Crystal Chronicles on GameCube, and I was like excited for a faithful remake of 7 until I played, and I was like, what's with the Deus Ex Machina ending? That's the thing. Sean Sora, I feel bad because it only happened once, and passionate fans won't get a faithful game, and new kids won't have the chance to experience Final Fantasy VII satisfied. The core
Video
audience in order to get
Kojima
new
and
kids
Hunter
audience.
Schaffer
Yeah.
did a photo op together.
Yeah.
It's not lore. It's the game we saw coming.
Yeah, GDR, I know they did. But Hideo Kojima takes pictures with everybody, bro. With everybody. He takes pictures with everybody. So I really don't fucking care. As long as he keeps making good video games with crazy storylines, I don't give a fuck. You want to go take pictures with a tranny? Go ahead. I don't fucking care. What was I gonna say? And the other thing too, really quick, about Final Fantasy VII Remake that people don't talk about too much is the what they did with Dyne. We talked about this the other day. What they did with Dyne was egregious. They literally changed his entire storyline. They changed his entire storyline by not killing him the way that he was killed in the first video game. They literally changed the entire meaning and the entire storyline behind Dyne's death and its relation to Barrett. It's really gay. It's really gay. Because think about it. Barrett and Dyne have a history, right? They have their issues. And Barrett felt some sort of way deeply about Dyne's death because Dyne killed himself. He committed suicide after the battle with Barrett. He committed suicide, right? In the remake, that does not happen. In the remake, it does not happen. He does not commit suicide. So needless to say, I don't exactly see Barrett eating himself up in the same manner as if the person that he was trying to save the entire time, that he ends up having a battle with, ends up committing suicide after the battle out of shame. I feel like that hits totally different. But, It's funny. I don't see people talk about that. All the people that claim to be hardcore Final Fantasy VII fans, I don't ever see them talk about how they handle dying. I guess they must be perfectly okay with them completely changing the way somebody's life comes to an end. It just doesn't make sense, boys. Anyway, guys, fantastic fucking stream. Fantastic fucking stream, boys. This was a great conversation. I had so much fun tonight. Thank you guys so much for supporting the streams. Please keep making sure to support the videos, guys. Be there for the videos. I'm releasing a video every single day at 10 in the morning. Please make sure to go check out those videos. Give them a like, long view duration, all that stuff. Tomorrow is SNH. Tomorrow's SNH, boys. Do not forget to support SNH. Come hang out with us over on SNH tomorrow. We got a lot that we got to talk about. There's plenty of things going on all week long. We want to get everybody's take on it. So make sure to come hang out with us tomorrow. And that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much. I hope everybody had a fantastic time. I hope you all had a lot of fun tonight. You guys were amazing. Shout out to Sonia for helping keep track of everything. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you guys so much. Old Man Cat, thanks for hanging out with us for the time that you did. I appreciate you as well. You guys are amazing, all of you. And that's basically it, boys. There's really not much else I can really say. Thank you so much. Kagwana, thank you again for everything. Thank you to all the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single... Why is the stream ending early? Brother, what are you talking about? We went 3 hours tonight. We were fucking all night long, bro. Guys, thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow on SNH. Until then, you guys already know, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
Not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Fedora. Or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Jack. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Maker Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in Maker Jack. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking Jack. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. 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 That's right!
are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.